Oh, let me go ahead and share this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share this to Instagram today. Okay, one more. All right. Should be set up and good to go now. If the AC is too loud, let me know. But it's a hot one today, boys. It's hot. Nah, you know what? It's because I actually shared it to Instagram today. And so last time I shared it to Instagram, but I clicked upload, turned it off, got on YouTube Live, got off YouTube Live, and it said 95% uploaded. So you can't close the app, you know what I mean? So I got off, I swiped up on YouTube, uploaded on Instagram, stayed there till it said 100%, and then I came back. So like yeah, in a sense, it was like an old man. I could have used the StreamYard like I did yesterday and just broadcasted it everywhere, but honestly, man, like it's so much more of a simple setup to just use the YouTube app. It's more simple to broadcast from StreamYard, but it's more simple to use the YouTube app and then just click share to just I only share it to Instagram and Twitter, you know what I'm saying? So um yeah, and then StreamYard, like they don't have a mobile app. I don't know what's taking them so long, but they don't have a mobile app. And so I don't be trying to have like the browser open. Like yesterday was cool because we needed 3 people on here yesterday. But today it's just me. I'm like, bro, I'm just using the app. What's up, bro? Peace and blessings. Hey, remind me again. Your name is David, right? Because I remember last time I said Devontae and that was wrong. So it's mad racist to me. I saw blackface. I was like, Devontae, what's up, bro? Okay, I thought so. Just making sure. I'm not trying to call you by the wrong name and shit, bro. What's up, though, bro? What you on? You wasn't in here yesterday. I know, bro. Yeah, I said Devontae, bro. He looked like a Devontae, bro. You feel more inspired to learn Portuguese now, or what? Now that you spoke some Portuguese on live yesterday? Just been studying what you studying, bro. Nothing too tough. I'm chilling, man. Chilling, man. Just working, getting on YouTube, getting ready to move to Colombia. I got another month. Actually, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to jinx it, but I just I just submitted an application for this company that makes Spanish teaching videos on YouTube. And I actually knew the company already because when I was learning Spanish, I used to watch their videos. And so hopefully hopefully I went hard enough in my intro video that they're like, yo, we got to get this guy on the team. I don't know though. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Yeah. We found a spot. Right now I'm studying for Microsoft, and I got a technical interview coming up. I'm studying for. So like, I'm guessing that's tech stuff because I don't really know it. So if you, let me ask you this: when you get like those tech certs and stuff, first of all, let me make sure it's tech before I start talking to you. Like, bro, it's not even tech. Let me Let me Google Microsoft Azure. It sounds techie to me. Cloud computing platform. Oh yeah, okay, it's tech. Alright. With this tech stuff, if you get a cert, let's just say, I'm guessing you're studying for some kind of cert from Microsoft that says like this guy really knows this shit. When you get that cert, are you like really in the door, or do you need experience, or like what? So I just be wondering, because people on the internet be talking like, all you got to do is get this cert, and you good, bro. You gonna get a job that pays this much. I just be thinking like, what will make that job any different than any other job that needs a cert? Like, you could have the cert, and it could get you in the door somewhere. Like, I don't want to say too much about my own job, but at this point in time, where the government is at with strength and conditioning coaches for the government, if you have that cert, you pretty much will get hired at this point right now. In the future, maybe not when they have enough spots filled, but they're trying to like rapidly expand. And anyone that has that CSCS, which is like kind of difficult to get, anyone that has that CSCS, you could walk in and make $60K coaching. Like, even they send me emails all the time like, the $250 referral bonus is now up to $1,200. If you can find someone with a CSCS that wants to work for the government, send them this way, you'll get $1,200. And I'm like, damn, bro, y'all can't find nobody? It's like having to step in, yes, because they want to know you're proficient. Kind of, because every company uses the software differently. If you invest in yourself, they fuck with it. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Man, y'all want to know something crazy, man? I've been looking for like a part-time remote job. And I saw this job like to be a transcriptionist. It's like for like fucking little kids or something like that. They like are trying to read English, and you have to transcribe everything they say, every sound they make or whatever, right? And so they had 6 videos that you had to transcribe using their method to potentially get this job. Bro, first video I fucked up bad. I'm like, okay, I see like the phonetics that they want me to use, and I gotta make sure I type this even if they make a sound with their lungs or whatever. I started getting it within the ranges that they wanted, because they wanted like less than 1% error rate on the words and less than 10% error rate on the phonetics that you type out. So first one, it was bad. It was like 8% and like 12%. Next one, I got it down to like 3 and 9. So I was like, okay, I'm good on this parameter. Next one was 1, 4, 1, 2, 0, 2. I'm like, yeah, I'm good on this. I submitted the last one. Almost instantly got an email back, and they're like, at this time, we're only taking the best of the best, and your error rates were too high. I was like, damn, yo, am I stupid? I don't know how to write what little kids are saying, bro. Like, I really wanted to email them back and just be like, yo, fuck y'all. I didn't want that job anyways. I was just bored last night. Obviously, I didn't do that, but I was kind of pissed. They can't find people yet. I'm right here. I worked through the pandemic for the military. I'm not going back to working full time inside somewhere. I feel that, man. Honestly, it's kind of a weird thing to think about and to say, but I'm really trying to step over into being a full-time YouTuber. Like, honestly, like, I'm trying to move to Colombia. I'm trying to be outside, bro. I'm trying to be talking to people, making more content. I already get money from training people online. If I could do one part training people, one part content, and like both of those are sufficient income, I would not go to work in person. Like 100% no. Right now, the government pays me well, and I need money, so I'm like, yeah, I'm going. Get one of those GoPros with the chest strap, turn it up. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, man. Like, I just when I pull up, I'm gonna have to scope the area for like a week or so just to make sure I'm not like going nowhere where I'm gonna get like my phone jacked or something. But once I like look around and I'm like, all right, this area is safe. Talk to some people, be like, yo, if I had a camera on my chest here, would somebody come snatch that shit off my chest? If everyone's like, no, you good, you can record around here, we in there, bro. But I see people make those videos all the time. And they'll be in these dangerous cities, and people be like, "Hey, you might want to put your camera up," and they'll be like, "Thanks," and they just keep walking, and I'm like, "How do these people not get robbed, bro?" I don't know if they're just lucky or what, but I'm not trying to test my luck. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just record somewhere where it's safe. So, but yeah, Phil, they hurt my feelings last night, bro. Like I was turned, bro. Like on the last 2 out of 6, I had it down, bro. Like I would. Like before I was pausing the video and going, okay, she said the instead of a, so I need to write the and cross out the a. On the last video, I wasn't even pausing. I was like, got to the end, 0% error, 1% error. I'm like, oh, we lit. Instantly got the rejection letter. I'm like, damn, bro. They just got the AI set up. Like, yo, if he didn't get 6 out of 6 with 1%, get him out of here. And the worst thing is like, for that job, it says you can't reapply for a year. They're like, motherfucker, you didn't get no smarter in 1 week, so. Yo. I was like, alright. Guess I'll see y'all next year, bitch. I don't even know if I would have wanted that job, bro, because like that shit was saying like you basically get dropped at any moment. It was saying if you start off good with your error rates, but you fall outside of the zone, they can discontinue with you for not being accurate enough. Like, so that would be some high stress right there, bro. You got a bad day at work and they're like, hey, no, you're gone. But yeah, that's how my remote job hunt's going. Some BS. Yeah, man, but it was funny for sure. I got a kick out of it once I stopped cussing them out in my head. Oh man. The worst thing is like I be seeing a lot of jobs, but I'm like, bro, like if I'm gonna take a remote job, I at least wanna like it, man. And if I don't like it, it needs to be good money and not all the time in my day, because I can do that in person. You know what I mean? So, like I said, the YouTube thing that I just applied for, they were asking for something. They were asking for a decent amount of time, but at least it's creating Spanish learning content. You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like it would be an enjoyable 25, 30 hours of work or something like that. You know what I mean? Just not just straight up 30 hours of mindless work that I'm like, yo, I cannot wait for Friday, bro. Like, and I mean, assuming I get it, I don't know what their policies are and stuff, but that will even give me more to talk about on this. If I do my work for them, come on here at nighttime and just be like, yo, like, this is how that Spanish content is going. I could send people that want to learn to their channel too. So I don't know. We'll see. If they reject me, I'm gonna leave hate comments on their page. So unless they're watching this right now, then I'm joking. I would not leave hate comments on your page from this account. I would make another account and then I would leave them on that account and pretend like it's not me. Let's see, how long have I been on here? Oh, I've only been on for 15 minutes. I was about to say, it's kind of light up in here, but I really haven't been on that long. Pretty sure I scared the people away yesterday, so what's a good workbook I recommend for a first-time learner? Do you know nothing or do you know something but not a lot? Because it just depends on where you're at. First of all, I'm not a fan of workbooks, so that's the first thing. But there are two books that I would recommend just to kind of get your feet wet. But you need to talk as early as possible. But I do think. I mean, let me go ahead and plug my boy. My boy wrote a book. So I got two books. One, my boy wrote. The other is a classic. Okay, from scratch. Yeah, this is what you need then. That's Mike Ben's Guide to Learning Spanish. That's my boy. I made a couple videos with him before. The other is Madrigal's Magic Key to Spanish. But I don't know if you're working right now or if you drive a lot. If you drive a lot, oh shit, did my thing freeze up? Oh, you know what? It's probably too long of a. Oh, it's too long of a link. Hold on, real fast. Why is the link so long? What the fuck? Let's see. Maybe it's because I clicked it from the other page. That's amor. Chats. Okay, now it fits in there. So I drive a lot and I listen to the 3-minute joint. Okay, well let me I don't know if I can find it from my laptop, but there's a thing called what's it called? Language transfer. Language transfer is like a guy speaking to a girl that knows no Spanish, and he's telling her how to learn from scratch. And if you just follow along with it and you just talk when she talks or before she talks, bro, you'll pick up a lot of Spanish just from that. So someone uploaded it to YouTube actually. So let me see if I can find video number 1. Actually, you're smart. I'm gonna just send you a link. And if it's not video 1, just go to video 1 in the playlist. Complete Spanish language transfer. Yep. Yeah, bro, this one's good. I would recommend this over reading, to be honest. But if you're gonna read my boy Mike Ben's book. So that I just sent you, that is the playlist for language transfer. After you watch like video 1 and 2, you'll get a real good idea of what it is. And like I said, you'll learn a lot just from that. You'll learn in a real unconscious, subconscious way that like you'll just intuitively learn how to use the words instead of like learning the words. So if that makes sense. If not, it'll make sense after you watch it. Planet Moolah says, "You're mad, bro? Mad about what? What did I do? Mad about Amazon links?" Any Spanish music you've gotten into since learning the language? You know the weird thing is, bro, I always listen to music in Spanish. I listen to music in a lot of different languages that I don't understand. I listen to like Irish, like Gaelic type music. I know that's really weird, but like there's this one song. You might have heard the song that samples it. It's like head. But anyways, that came from an Irish Gaelic whatever type song. So I went and found that song. After I found that song, I'm like, yo, this shit goes hard, bro. And I started listening to a bunch of songs like that. It's like the equivalent of like country music for Irish people or something. But yeah, I mean, I listen to a lot of Spanish music, so I don't know if you're actually wanting recommendations or if you're just asking did I discover something new from learning Spanish. I would say definitely oh, it's called Sleepyhead. Sleepyhead by Passion Pit. That is the song that sampled Mary, or however you say her name. Sleepyhead by Passion Pit. Sleepyhead. Well, yeah, if you're asking have I discovered any types of new music by learning Spanish, absolutely. Just because I will like watch movies and listen to interviews and they'll make a reference and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go look that up. So, and yes, and to answer that question too, yes, there's songs that maybe I wouldn't have listened to before I learned Spanish, just because I wouldn't know what it was saying, and it doesn't sound that good if the lyrics aren't hitting you deep. You might know a song like that, like you're like, I just like these lyrics just really hit me. It's like the beat's not crazy or anything like that. It's like a poetry type of thing. So there's a handful of songs like that that I for sure listen to simply because of the lyrics, and I couldn't have done that before. Not in a like meaningful way, anyways. For sure. Good to see you in here though, bro. How's your podcast coming along? How's all your stuff going, man? I always see your videos pop up. I always give them a like. It's always interesting. Also, how often do y'all record, bro? Y'all make so many episodes, it seems like. You got so many video clips. Who edits that stuff? Do you do it personally? Do you guys all do it? Or do you have like a certified editor person that's like making the cool clips for y'all? Matter of fact, go ahead and give you a little plug. I'm the editor, and since getting a new job, I've been slacking. It's tough, man. It's tough to it's tough to balance all of this stuff, bro. That's why I haven't even made an actual video in so long. I actually just get on live now because there's much less effort. I just get on here and interact, and I don't have to like come up with a concept. I don't have to take 2 hours recording it and chopping it up and whatever else. But anyways, if any of y'all like checking new stuff out, go check out his podcast. It's interesting. Y'all know how I get on here and like read the news and random shit. You would like that podcast if you like that. They talk about a lot of different stuff, and I learned stuff from it. So we record every 2 weeks. Okay. I don't know why it seemed like it was more frequent than that, but maybe you just make enough clips to space until you get to the next episode. Sounded like Pimps Don't Cry. I guess it does kind of sound like that. I just hop on Twitch and curse while gaming for an hour. That's cool too, man. Like, I kind of wish I could do that, but I don't have a console, so I just play COD Mobile, and nobody wants to see that. What podcast? I put the link. You know what? I'll pin it right now. Hold on a second. It's if you see Tim that's commenting, it's his podcast. I don't know how to describe it, but he could describe it himself if he wants to, if he's still here. It's a good podcast. Like, yeah. You guys' episodes are super long. No. His podcast is not a language thing. It's just a podcast, but it's good. Like I said, you know how I don't know if you ever been on here in the beginning of my lives, but I usually get on here and read some world news and stuff like that. It's kind of like that. They kind of just talk about everything, man. They, like I said, it's there's always more. It's called the Always More podcast. I'll just read a couple of these titles. Attack on Education, The Incredible Tale of Unsinkable Sam, Flat Earth and Doing Your Own Research, Hear Ye, Black History Month Origins and Facts, The World's Greatest Mistakes. So you get the gist. It's there's a variety of things. Yeah, factual stuff too. Expert opinions. Oh, sorry, Rolando. I just saw your comment. A lot of corridos worship la muerte. Interesting. Honestly, I'm not gonna say I don't like them, but I don't keep up with them. So like, outside of like, what's that one? Oh yeah, Diablo. Besides like that joint, what's the other? I really, that's just not my genre, bro. It's cool, like if it's on, like when I'm in the boxing gym and it's playing, I'm like, oh, this goes hard. But it's not really something that I like search out. But I mean, the few that I listen to, I know I'm like the back of my hand. Rolando, do you know this joint by Access says, oh wow, new faces. I think it's because I shared it to Instagram today. I usually don't share it to Instagram. That's like a family app. I'm like, they don't need to see this. News plus random shit plus dumb history plus nerdy stuff. Yeah, no problem, bro. I wouldn't shout it out unless I actually thought it was cool. Otherwise, I'd have been like, hey, good luck on your podcast. Same, I've actually always been more of a rock guy. I like rock sometimes, but I put it in the same category as corridos. Like, I'm like, if somebody else is playing it, I'll be like, oh, I know this song, I like this song, but not necessarily something I'm gonna seek out. But do you know, Rolando, do you know El de la Guitarra? He made a track called what is that one? El Monstruo Siete. That's my you can ask Axa, bro. I'll probably play that like every other time I get in the shower. Navego en LA y voy pa' DJ. That shit goes hard, bro. That's my song. When I listen to that song, I'm Mexican. Axa says sup. I'm guessing she's on her way home. You said you wasn't coming home till 7:30. Planet Moolah asked me if I was mad, and then he disappeared and never told me what he was asking about. Or did I just miss the comment? Nope, he said you're mad, bro, and then he didn't comment again. Oh, you're like 40 minutes away. So you're driving right now. Why are you on your phone, dude? Get off your phone. But David, whose name is not Devontae, said, "So how are you?" Actually, I called him Devontae last time. Yeah, I cut my hair, bro. You late. That's how I know you haven't been here in a week. I cut it last week, bro. I cut it like past Monday, not 2 days ago, but like a week and 2 days ago. I got tired of it, man. It was too hot. Got tired of the maintenance. Tired of spending money every week on getting it rebraided. I sweat too much, man, and like it's tough, man. It's tough sweating and just being like I can't like I be wanting to fully wash my hair and put my fingers in there and shampoo it, bro. Like I was like I'm tired, bro. It's been 3 years. I'm over it. Really, bro, I never grew my hair out in my entire life. When I was a little kid, like 6 years old, I had like super curly hair that I would keep in like a curly fro. But that's because my dad was deployed. When my dad got back, he made me cut it off. He was like, men don't do that with their hair. My dad's like, or he was like one of those dudes. He was in the army. So I had my hair like this my whole life, bro. And then the quarantine hit and there was no barbers. And so I was like, you know what, bro? I can't cut it myself. I tried one time, destroyed my shit. And I was like, I'm not about to shave it bald, so I'm going to just grow it out. And stuff opened back up, but I had already grown it out for like a while at that point. I was getting it like twisted and braided and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep it. Hadn't heard of that, Rolando? It goes hard, bro. You should listen to that particular track. I don't know about the rest of his stuff. What do I think about the American that defected to North Korea? I really didn't read about that, but I think that's just a crazy sentence to read, that someone defected to North Korea, because like, why are you doing that? Let me Google this real fast and act like I'm an expert. Travis King isn't the first soldier to enter North Korea. Oh, I did see something about this. I just saw the headline now, and I didn't really know what it was talking about. I heard someone cross the line, but I didn't know it was an American. A U.S. soldier is reportedly being held in North Korea after bolting across the border, becoming the first American service member to do so in over 4 decades. It is still unclear whether Private Second Class Travis King intended to defect, though experts say a trip to the demilitarized zone takes days of planning. He crossed willfully and without authorization. I don't know, man. That's kind of nuts. There's literally nothing about North Korea that would make someone want to defect there. Like, I don't know. Oh, Phil. Phil knows Tim. 254 boys. Yeah, I don't know why he did that. I'll be interested. I'd be interested to know. To be honest, that makes me think that he did something here, or he did something as an American that he's ashamed of, and maybe he tried to take the heat off of it by running over there. But I don't know how that will work out either, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I was talking to an old Cuban today. He was telling me about the revolution. He told me it started off good. Then they were hit with the embargo and shit went sideways. Yeah, depending on who you talk to, man, that's an interesting story. Because, you know, Will would be a good person to talk to about this. You know, Will had never seen a non-black Cuban until he came to the United States. because he trains. When he was an active weightlifter, he trained in Cuba all the time. He said he's like, bro, there's not white people there. Like they're all black. And so he didn't even know there was white Cubans. He said he would start seeing these like Floridians that would call themselves Cubans. They are Cubans. And he was just like, who are they? Like, that's crazy. So it's kind of, oh shit. It's kind of weird, the different perceptions that you will have of a nation based on where you live. Because if you think about a Cuban and you're American, you probably think of a light-skinned person. You don't think of somebody my color or darker. But bro, they're dark over there, bro. Like a lot of them. And so linking that to the revolution, a lot of darker people sometimes feel like the revolution started off good and it was a good thing and the United States messed it up. But the white people that fled, they're like, it was a horrible thing, that's why we left, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm not saying it was good or bad, I'm just saying, based on people that I've talked to, people that I've known, people that I've seen, you get a completely different story depending on who you're talking to. But I guess that would be any revolution or any kind of conflict. There's somebody that lost or someone that went through bad things, and then there's the other side that was successful or whatever. And they're going to have a different story, right? So yeah, Rolando, I don't know if you just typed that last comment before I got done talking or just saying it to agree with me, but yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, the white Cubans that fled here, which is why pretty much any Cuban you see here is white, they're Castro haters. And lots of the Afro-Cubans that are still there are not Castro haters. There's a little bit of everything everywhere, but just in general, we're just talking in general. Hey, yeah, you'll just get completely different stories about Cuba depending on who you talk to. Even the people there. Like, whenever that SOS Cuba shit was happening, bro, people were making videos like, the government's doing this to us, and there's other people that are like, bro, don't listen to them, we're doing fine. And I'm just like, what's going on, bro? I don't know. Actually don't know. But as far as the embargo is concerned, that's the case with everything, bro. If it's not an embargo, some kind of intervention, right? So we can never really talk about revolutions or systems and how they could work because the U.S. always has their hands in it. And so someone will say, well, that didn't work out. It never works out. And it's like, but the U.S. always has their hands in it. So we don't know how it would work out without the U.S. But the U.S. isn't going to let it work out because it's the U.S. So pretty much this is why I don't get involved in political conversations. First of all, I don't know enough. Second of all, I just feel like it's tough to talk about, man. That's why the U.S. thought they could successfully invade Cuba. They were like, the Cubans hate Castro. They would receive us as liberators. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, if you, like, watch some documentaries, or, like, I follow a lot of the Cuban weightlifters, Cuban wrestlers, Cuban whatever athletes. They're just like, yo, it's crazy. Like, all of these dudes are darker than me. And, I mean, you could say that about a lot of sports, right? The NBA is probably, like, 60% black. NFL is probably like 55% black, but nah, bro, like all of them are dark. Speaking of which, even though my job is a government job, one day we were up in there talking about sports, and we were like, what percentage of the NBA and NFL do you think is black? And I just assumed, I literally thought that the NBA was like 90% black. I don't remember what the percentage was. I'm about to look it up right now, but it's not even close to that high. And I was really, really surprised. It caught me off guard, man. It was like a low percentage. Hold on, let me see. What? First of all, don't look it up. What percentage of the NBA do y'all think is black? Say it now before I call it out. Don't look it up. You already have a hint because I said it's not as high as I thought it was. 99.7%. That's what I thought. I did, as in you did look it up. Ah, oh my God, Phil. You ruined it. The moment you said I should have known. Access says 95. Okay, that's enough guesses. I'm going to tell y'all. 73% black players. 16% white, 3% Latino, and some less than 1% Asian. But I thought that was nuts. I'm just like, bro, I would have think like 9 out of 10 NBA players are black. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I just thought that. All right, what's y'all guesses for the NFL? Because I didn't say a percentage for that. Phil, don't look it up. NFL 99.8. Axel said not true, not high enough. You're racist. Phil said I know this one because he already Googled it when he Googled NBA. Axel said how many are the starters? That's a valid question. That's a valid question. But it really doesn't matter because starters or not, I would still think it was 90+%. Like I don't know. And actually, you talking about which ones are getting playing time. If you really look at the superstars these days, like Luka Doncic, what's old buddy's name that just won the championship? Jokic, I don't fuck his name. The Joker. Those dudes are white. Those Europeans are starting to take over the league. I'm not even being funny. Like, I remember the first time I saw Luka, I'm like, this little fat dude, he can't play. The dude's cold. Is Russell Wilson black? Yes, he's black. That's not even a question. But when we're talking about race is complicated for sure, especially in the United States. It's different. But Russell Wilson is black. Okay, but still, Planet Moolah gave his guess for the NFL. Axa, Phil already knows. Axa, what's your guess for the NFL? ¿Qué estás bebiendo? White Claw. Kind of? What are you saying? Is Russell Wilson kind of black? Is that what you're saying? You have no authority on who's black or not. But if we're being honest, Axa calls people black all the time, and I have to tell her, like, they're not black. They're not black. Okay, Axa is not giving a percentage. So, oh, okay, she said 89. All right. The NFL is 56% black. Isn't that crazy? I just thought it would be a lot higher. And I just can't wait to the next time that somebody says black people dominate this, and this. And I'll be like, you need to look up the stats. You need to look up the stats, bro. We're only 56% in the NFL. 24% of the NFL is white. 10.5% 2 or more races. Is Russell Wilson included in that? I don't know. I guess it would depend. It would depend on how he answered the question. That's a lie. This is a real survey. This is real. 5.7% not disclosed or not specified. I can tell you right now, no black person put not disclosed. If you're black, you just be like, bro, I'm black. If you want to be weird, then you put not disclosed. I only put something other than black when I'm doing job applications. I put white on there. They be scared as fuck when I pull up to the job interview. Let's go. No DoorDash and a live stream. Let's get it. That's still one out of every two people. I mean, yeah, but the point is, it's not 90%. Like, literally, probably everyone you ask would think that the NBA and the NFL is 90 plus percent black. That's just the first thought. You just think everyone in the NFL and the NBA is black. But then you start thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, all them big ass linemen, they be white, bro. A lot of the linebackers. Now, all them skill positions, you ain't gonna see no white running backs. But, yeah, there's a lot of Samoan dudes. Facts. Yeah, now if we start getting to skill positions, defensive backs, running backs, yeah, that shit's gonna be 90 plus percent black for sure. But that's not the point. The point is the NFL is 56% black. That's just crazy to me. Crazy. A white female is the go-to demographic for what? What are you talking about? Christian McCaffrey? Does he still play? I don't be following the NFL like that. I thought that dude was. I didn't think he was still playing. My timeline must be way off. 27 years old. Oh, he plays for the 49ers. Does he get clock? Damn, this is criminal. They said something about him is criminal. I'm guessing he's not playing well. Oh, for job application. Oh, hell yeah. I'll always put white on my job application. Scared the shit out of them motherfuckers. Where my Mexicans at? I think it's just you and Axa. Rolando wasn't here. Oh, Rolando's still here. Yeah, you got the whole Mexican nation up in here. I got 3 people. Me and Phil, we're black. 2 against 3. We need another black person. He was the last white DB. Oh, I mean for sports. Let me see. I clicked out of the page. You know what? Hey, there's a Mexican hooper right now. Yo, he's cold, bro. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see where he's at the moment. If you don't know who this dude is, hold on. Y'all want me to say his name in Spanish? Or y'all want me to say his name in English? I'm gonna say his name in Spanish because I feel like for him, particularly because of his name, it's gonna be hella disrespectful. But his name is Jaime. And he got selected in the first round of the NBA draft. He's the newest player for the NBA Heat. I mean for the Miami Heat, sorry. That dude, bro, cold. I don't know what's gonna happen with his career, but I feel like he's gonna be really good. If you do not know him, look him up, bro. His highlights, crazy, bro. I watched him play in college. He's good, bro. Let me see. Phil said, but search that, Jalen. When was the last time they commented on white QBs being a class act? This Kumbia account. 99.4% corners are black. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all, bro. He ain't better than Wemby? Man, Wemby garbage, dog. That motherfucker's soft. He needs me as a strength and conditioning coach, to be honest. I was watching him get pushed around, and I was like, this is crazy, bro. Crazy. I mean, he's tall as shit, and he don't got no muscle on his frame, so I get it, but I don't know, man. When I see weak people, I'm just like, bro, I can get you strong so quickly. Like, I don't know, man. It just kind of sucks when you see something that you know you could help, and at the moment, there's nothing you can do about it. There's this boxer, as a matter of fact. I feel the dude that I sent you squat, and he was doing like the quarter squats, like the 1/8 squats. That dude is signed to Canelo. Like, he is gonna be a top boxer. Those squats were horrible, bro. They were so bad. I sent him a message and I was like, yo, I'm a professional strength and conditioning coach. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I don't want you to sign up with me. Let me help you squat, bro, because I feel like you're gonna break your fucking back. That's what I feel like, and I don't want to see your career ruined. And it just sucks, bro, because I know he's either not gonna open it or he's gonna open it and he's gonna say, "Eat a dick." And I'm just like, I just don't want to see this kid destroy himself, bro. Like, and then he posted some other squats and he was like, "This is lightweight. This is the reason why this looks like good form." And I'm like, yeah, you need to squat that weight, bro. Like, man, it just sucks. It sucks. It sucks knowing what someone needs and just being like, I can't make you make the decision. You know what I mean? My brother-in-law saw this fucking at gym. You talking about Jeff? Or you talking about... No, Jeff is your nephew. I don't know your brother-in-law. He just wants to do curls with the tens. Yeah, that's soft, bro. Yeah, he could be born in California. He's still Mexican, bro. Again, that's perks of America. You can have hella crazy fucking identities in America, bro. Anywhere else, you would just be, you're born in this country, you're that. But in America, bro, your parents could be 2 generations away from something, and you're like, yeah, I'm Korean, bro. Yeah, Jaime was born in California. I wonder, does he even have like Mexican citizenship? I've talked to Axa about this. Like, when do you get totally disconnected from your culture? Like, when do you just stop saying like, you know what, this shit's not even me, bro? Like, yeah, bro. Jeff messaged me, bro. Jeff paid me, and then he said, "Hey, bro, like this weekend might be my last weekend because I found like some side job or something on the weekends." And he said he might stop doing boxing, bro. And I'm like, bro, like tell me like what times you're gonna be available in the afternoon during the weekdays or something, bro. Don't just give up boxing, bro. I'm trying to make a strength training program. It's funny you're saying that. You're trying to make it for yourself? Bro, if you need my help, let me know. I got you. Mexicans, the goats of hard labor. Games. My first day landscaping, I got worked by a 45-year-old paisa with a beer belly. That doesn't surprise me. When you can't speak the language, that's when you get disconnected. That's not true. That's what's funny about it. It really depends on your attitude about it. Planet Moolah, I don't know how much you know about fighting, but I was telling Axa about this last night. There's a boxer who's really, really famous, Shakur Stevenson. Dude never said nothing about being Puerto Rican his whole life. He don't speak Spanish. He never claimed Puerto Rico. One day he just said his dad was Puerto Rican. Psh, all of Puerto Rico is behind him now. Now they call him the Puerto Rican Prince. They post the Puerto Rican flag when he's fighting and shit, bro. And I'm like, how? Like, just because he says so? Like, I think his dad really is Puerto Rican, but like you said, what claims do you have to Puerto Rico? Like, you just say, I'm this. What if we find out 5 years from now your dad lied and he's really Italian? Are you still Puerto Rican or not? So that's why it's interesting. In America, it gets interesting because people hold on to stuff for a really long time. And not even just America. There was a YouTube video me and Axel watched, and it was like six Latinos in a video conference, and it was like spot the non-Latinos. So they had to talk to each other and figure out who wasn't Latino. And so some of them didn't speak Spanish. Some of them looked a certain way. Some of them were white. Some of them were Asian. And they would talk and talk and talk. And one of these girls, she was hella Asian, bro. Like super, super Korean. Her dad and mom were Korean. She was born in Korea. No, sorry. They were born in Korea. Moved to Argentina. She was born in Argentina. She lived her whole life in Argentina. She considers herself Latina because she was born and raised in Argentina. But she obviously considers herself Korean because her parents are Korean. So what I said to Axa was, hey, if she moved to the United States and her kids were born in the United States, are they Latinos? Because she's the only person that was born and raised in Argentina. But are they Korean? They don't know. They're not gonna know Korean, bro. They're born in the United States. 3 generations back, they're Korean. They don't know anything about that shit. What they are probably gonna know is Argentinian culture because their mom was born and raised in that. She's gonna cook that food. She's gonna talk about that stuff. And so that's why I said, like, America's weird, bro. Because you come here and you bring your culture, and it's really hard to pass that on to your kid. Like, what you get is them raised in American culture. How do you instill the culture that you brought with them? You can try to do that from one generation. That's hard enough. But when they have kids, bro, those kids are fucked. A guy I know from PR says that Puerto Ricans from the U.S. aren't real Puerto Ricans. Yeah, lots of them say that. I actually know a guy, Gilberto, and he says his son's not Puerto Rican. Gilberto was born in Puerto Rico, came here, had a son. His son's like, hell yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. We be sitting in the sauna, his son will be like, Dad, I'm Puerto Rican. And he'll be like, you're not fucking Puerto Rican. Were you born in Puerto Rico? Okay, no, you're American. And he's just like, Dad, I'm Puerto Rican. How you gonna tell me I'm not Puerto Rican? Bro, they literally be arguing back and forth. I'm like, that's crazy your dad's telling you you're not Puerto Rican. Like, but then if he didn't speak Spanish and he said he wasn't Puerto Rican, I bet you his dad would be like, oh, so you fucking think you're American, you think you're white. So that shit's just nuts, bro. Like, culture, this shit gets complicated, bro. I've even seen people in Puerto Rico say, like, you know, like the original, like the Taino name for Puerto Rico is like Borican, right? So they'll say people that are born on the island are Boricua. If you're born in the United States, you're Puerto Rican. That's what they'll say to like make a little disconnect. They say, yeah, you're Puerto Rican, but you're not Boricua because you weren't born on the island. And so, again, that's just super complicated. Like, you take another step. Does the child of the Puerto Rican say that I'm Puerto Rican? Like, how long does that go on? How many generations can you say you're Puerto Rican for? Is it blood? Is it where you're born? Is it the language you speak? Is it how much you embrace the culture? I don't know. Shakira acting like that white lady who pretended to be black and fooled everyone. Rachel Dolezal. She's from up here, bro. She's from like Spokane or something like that. But yeah, to go back to Planet Moolah's comment, language is tough, bro. Especially when you grow up in a country that doesn't speak your language. So you get made fun of for not speaking a language, and then you get made fun of for not embracing your culture. So it's tough, bro. It's tough. And everyone here says, well, I'm going to make sure my kids speak the language because I'm going to speak the language in the house. But people really don't understand how language acquisition works. They don't understand how language works. If your kid is outside speaking English 23 hours a day and coming home and speaking Spanish with you for 1 hour, they're going to stop speaking Spanish, bro. I promise you. Yeah, and kids don't want to learn, they want to fit in. Exactly. If all your friends are speaking English, why would you want to speak Spanish? To talk to your parents. You're like, okay, yeah, I'll just keep up this little bit of Spanish to talk to you guys. But You don't learn higher level Spanish. You don't learn the Spanish that's equivalent to your English. And so then you start feeling like you can't express yourself, and then you stop talking. That's how it works. And then that's how you get those kids that respond to their parents in English. My friend, a girl that I grew up with, actually knows Suleika. Suleika's daughter speaks no Spanish. She spoke all Spanish as a kid, went to school, doesn't speak Spanish anymore. So Suleika speaks to her in Spanish, and she replies in English. She don't know what Suleika's saying. She just doesn't reply in Spanish because she can't express herself. Because she wasn't speaking Spanish in school, and like, why would you? So yeah, language is tough, man. And like I said, language as a part of culture makes it even tougher, bro. Cause imagine the identity crisis, bro. Everyone around you is saying you're not us, you're that, and everyone that's that is saying like you don't even speak our language, bro. You're not us. Is it even their native tongue if they never spoke it, bro? That's what I'm saying. Culture, like I said, identity and culture gets tough. Like, how long do you say you're this thing? Like, should I still say I'm African because like my great great grandpa was African? If I said that, you'd probably think that was weird. But if I dead all ties to it and I'm like, bro, I'm not African, you would still think that's weird because it's like you're not white, you ain't really American. I've confused Native Americans for Mexicans. Me too. And the other way around. Actually, Dakota's not in here right now, but I trained his girlfriend. And his girlfriend, I thought she was Indian for the longest time. Like, not even, like, I thought she was Native American and Indian. Like, literally both. And then this was back when I didn't speak Spanish. I had clients. It was Valeria. It was the client that made me want to learn Spanish. I had to get someone. I was like, yo, I need someone that speaks Spanish. I don't know what she's asking about her account. And they're like, I'll go get Josie. And I'm like, bro, Josie's Indian. What are you talking about? Bro, they went and got Josie. Josie helped. And I'm like, Josie, you speak Spanish? How? She's like, I'm Mexican. And I was like, what? Like, bro, if I had a picture of her, I'll put it in here, bro. She looks like the most Native American Indian person you've ever seen in your life. My ex was Native. I thought she was Hispanic when I saw her. Yeah, man. I think things are only gonna get more complicated as we go on. Like me and Ax talk about this a lot. Like, what the fuck are we about to do with our kids? Like, how am I really gonna show them what being black is while also keeping them connected to Spanish, while also keeping them connected to that side of their culture? You can do it, but it's tough. And then on top of that, it's like when they have kids, what are they gonna do, bro? Like basically, when your kids have kids, or when your kids have kids, they're about to abandon one of those sides. They're about to take one side and teach it to their kid because it's too hard to just like keep two sides running forever. So it's tough, man. Started macking in Spanish. I used to be a waiter. I've asked them what they wanted to drink in Spanish. They responded in English. Thought they were one of those guys, no pa. Yeah, that shit's mad awkward, bro. What's even more awkward is when, see, at least you're Hispanic. I'm black, bro. Sometimes like I get soldiers and they look so Hispanic that I'm like, I know you know what I'm talking about. When they look so Hispanic that I'm like, they're not American, bro. Like their features are so strong. They fucking came here yesterday, bro. And I'll say something to them in Spanish and I'll be like, what did you just say? And I'll just be like, oh. And I'll just like start talking in English. And then like later they'll just be like, yo, you speak Spanish? And they're like, I've always kind of wanted to learn Spanish. And I'm like, what do you mean you kind of wanted to learn Spanish? I'm like, this is crazy. You don't speak Spanish? It's weird, bro. Supervisor where I work, stepson is black and he only takes him to a black barber shop. He says to teach him culture. That probably sounds crazy, but if you never been in a black barbershop, it probably don't make sense. But like, black barbershop's crazy, bro. They be talking about wild shit up in there. You literally, if you talking like, bro, if you think about like this podcast or like this live stream, that's what a black barbershop's like. Mad random topics with a black spin on it. You could take your kid to a black barbershop to teach him what not to fucking talk about, cause barbers be talking the most dumb shit ever, bro. Every barber I ever had swore that they were a boxing expert. And I just be like, what makes you think that? Like, what did you think about his last fight? And they'll just be like, man, I didn't even watch his last fight because, like, he sucks so bad. And I'm like, what about the fight before that? And they'll be like, man, I don't be watching his fights, bro. He just sucks. And I'm like, so you don't know anything about his boxing then? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, they'll just literally just go off of, like, fucking newspaper headlines. Just be like, oh, yeah, man, this dude gonna whoop Canelo's ass because Canelo never fought a boxer like him before. And I'm like, based on what? And they're like, because he's like athletic, bro. And Canelo don't like athletic boxers. And I'm like, yeah, you definitely just been reading tweets. Like, this shit makes no sense, bro. But, like I said, black barbershops are hella black. You're gonna get a black experience up in there, for sure. My barber right now is Puerto Rican. His barbershop's hella Puerto Rican. Motherfucker be blasting the most Puerto Rican music. You walk in that bitch, you can't hear nothing, bro. Motherfuckers be like, can I get my hair cut? And they be like, dímelo, dímelo, dímelo. And they're like, I don't speak Spanish, can I get my hair cut? And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. Sit right there, bro. I'll get you in a second. I'm like, bro, turn the music down. They can't even hear you, bro. Yeah, I guess that doesn't surprise me either. Like I said, man, identity is a weird thing, and the further you get away from the community that you're currently in, the more complicated it gets. I don't really want to talk about this because it's such a controversial thing, but like, that's really why black people, like United States black people, and Dominicans like butt heads so much because most black people here use black interchangeably with culturally black, right? Like, I was born in the United States. Like, whatever you think about when you think about black culture, when you say black, that's what you're talking about, not just your skin color, because you'll say he's not black, he's African. He's not black, he's Dominican. But then Dominicans will say, "Oh well, no, I'm not black. I'm Dominican, bro." And black people are like, "Oh, well, you think you're not black just because you're Dominican? Black's a race and blah blah." And it's like, bro, you know what they're talking about because we do the same shit. Like we literally say, "Nah, that dude's not. He's not black like that. Like that dude's Nigerian, bro." Because most people don't know the difference between nationality, ethnicity, and race like that. They're not that educated, so it's like, yeah, black is a skin tone, it's a race, but here it actually is a cultural ethnicity reference. Whereas like in other countries, like bro, like if Will was on here, I tell like right now he's just like, yeah, I'm Colombian. Like everyone's Colombian. Like yeah, you can call yourself something else, but like people would just be like, why are you doing that? Like you're Colombian. But it's not like that in the United States. Like race is heavy here because of the past. Like we had segregation, we had slavery, we had a lot of stuff where it's like it's important to say that we're not just Americans, like we're also separate races because some of us got treated different. Some of us got treated differently at certain points. So, like I said, that makes things super complicated with other countries. Sometimes people think people are being sellouts and all the other kind of shit. And I'm like, no, bro, they just grew up in a different culture where I'm not saying that there's not racism in Colombia or the Dominican Republic because there is. But they don't view race the same way that we do because it's a different culture in a different country. So they're not going to say the exact same stuff that we say. Make up some talking points and host a show. Okay, yeah, so you understand what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm West Indian and American. My dad wasn't playing that. Yeah, man. Even So here's the crazy thing, bro. There's a whole movement that I'm not a part of, and I don't really know too much about it. But they're like called like full, fuck, what is it called? Full something American, like full black or something. You know what I'm talking about? It's like they'll say my family came here because of the transatlantic slave voyage, right? And they'll say like you're Jamaican, you're Haitian, you're this, your family came here as immigrants. Later, you didn't. Oh yeah, FBA. I don't even remember what that shit stands for, but yeah, it's FBA. And they'll say, yeah, you're different. You're not black. You're foundational black American. Thank you, bro. Thank you. They'll say, you're not a foundational black American. You didn't help build this country. You don't have our culture. You steal our culture. You want to be us, but you're not us. But then, like I said, if a Dominican or a Jamaican or anybody says like, oh, I'm not black, I'm Nigerian. Oh, I'm not black, I'm Dominican, like they get mad. And I'm like, bro, they're saying the same shit that you said. Like we have different cultures. Like we literally had different experiences growing up. We have the same skin color, but we're not exactly the same, and that's fine. But like I said, America is super, super, super complex, which is why I don't even like talking about this stuff, bro. I refuse to have like a legit racial conversation with like someone at work or something like that. Like if they say something, I'm like, yeah, I feel what you're saying. I agree, and I just let it go because I'm like, this shit's too complicated, bro, and it usually leads nowhere. Like where do we get at the end of this even? Like we get to the end of it, and it's like, yeah, this shit's still complicated. So, do I think Black Americans have issues with African immigrants that come over? That's too hard to answer because, again, everyone has a different experience. I don't want to generalize anything really. I don't think. I think whenever you're talking generally, most people mind their business, bro, in anything. Most people want to go to work, take care of their family, whatever. There's always some people on the outside of whatever group that are like, immigrants need to get out of here, immigrants do this, immigrants take this, immigrants act like they have our experience, blah blah blah. I think this isn't a conversation in normal circumstances. You know what I mean? Me and my friends are not talking about Nigerian immigrants or Haitian immigrants. You know what I mean? It's like only a political conversation. It's only if you're involved in politics do you even say stuff like that, because yeah, like were we confused as kids and do we say stuff about African kids and stuff? Probably, but to us it was like, you still black. You know what I mean? Like that was kind of the end of the story. It was like, yeah, clearly we got different families, but like that, like what else can I say? You know what I mean? Like that was kind of the end of it. It was never a political thing. Like you're totally different than me and you need to go back to Nigeria or some crazy shit like that. Like where it's at now, no, I don't think that that's normal. So I don't think that regular black Americans, like everyday black Americans, have an issue with African immigrants. Some people, I'm sure they do, just like some people have an issue with everything. Africans are deep in Seattle, hell yeah, bro. I realized that from a lot of the this sounds bad, but I realized that from a lot of the gang activity, bro. Like every time there's a murder and shit, I'll see like Seattle PD and some other people, like they'll be like, if you hear this, this means this, and I'm just looking and like I know a little bit of Arabic, right? And so there's a bunch of like gang words that are just Arabic, basically. Like a lot of like, you know, kind of like the same time like some like gang members in New York will say like we on demon time or whatever like that. Like I see this article and it's like a lot of gang members in Seattle say like they're shaitan, and I'm like, oh, like they speak in Arabic and referring to themselves as the devil. But I'm like, I guess that's not any different than like I said, people saying they're on demon time or whatever. Like but yeah, they're deep, bro. They're deep. I realized that at the airport and everywhere else. I'm like, yo, there's a lot of Somali people here. There's a lot of like African people everywhere, bro. I didn't know that. Somebody's run a couple bars in Seattle. Mad cool dudes. Yeah, man. I don't have I really haven't. I really don't have bad experiences with anybody, bro. Like at all. So I've never. Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments. Same way you do your fun facts. I'm already know. Oh yeah, you already said that. Okay. There's a whole thing behind that people don't talk about. Yeah, for sure. Jake took the words out of my mouth. I work security for a few of them. Yeah, man. For sure. Like I said, man, I think overall, most people are just trying to get by, bro. Like they're trying to live their lives, trying to take care of their family, and that's it. Like I grew up with, I grew up around Samoans, bro, and like yeah, bro, you fight a Samoan, you're fighting their whole family, bro. That's just a fact. That was a fact where I grew up at, and it wasn't even a bad stereotype. It's actually kind of cool. We would be like, yo, I love how like if you smack a Samoan, bro, you're getting jumped. Like we would kind of say like that's crazy because like I wouldn't do that. Like I would let my boy fight, but I'd be like, yo, I think it's dope how like there's no way you're getting out of fighting their whole family, but they're bringing out their cousins, you getting stomped out. And so someone could turn that into a negative stereotype, but I'm just like, bro, at least they looking out for each other, bro. That's cool. I never seen a small Samoan. Do you want to learn a fun fact about that, bro? Do you want to know a fun fact about why you don't see small Samoans? I actually have a lot of Samoan clients, and I have to tell them this a lot because a lot of them want to be small, and I'm like, hey, there's a reason that you're built like that, and it's actually a cool story. ¿Qué tal, bro? ¿Cómo estás? Same with Hispanics of any kind in SoCal. Texas too, bro. Actually, if y'all want to hear another funny story about the one time I was about to fight this Mexican dude in Texas, and like it may be the only time I ever kind of like ducked out of a fight, bro. It's maybe literally the only time. But I had a good reason, bro. I was like, I need to think about my life. Plain Mullah, what's the story? Okay, so I'm sure you know, but Samoan people are island people, right? And so they used like if you look, they built very complex ships a long time ago, bro. If I could, I would put the pictures in here. Maybe I can. I'll put like a Google link to a picture, like some of the oldest Samoan ships, bro. They're so complicated because I used to think like, how did Samoan people get from island to island? Um, and they were smart, bro. They built ships that would last for these like week long voyages, not week like weeks long voyages. Um, in the sea, bro, like in the crazy sea. And so what happened was, let me see, Polynesian stories, ancient voyaging. Yeah, this is good. Um, like I said, they would take these long voyages for weeks. The more body fat you have, the more body fat you can store, the bigger you are, the better chance you have of survival. So because of these trips to these different islands, the bigger people survived. It influenced their genetics for forever. They're literally different people now than they were before. It's like no different than you see like the Maasai people in Kenya. They're like fucking 6'6" and they jump high as shit. Their genetics are influenced by their history. So yeah, these Samoans, they got big because of these sea voyages that they were taking. So I have to explain that to people all the time. Like, yo, you developed the way you developed because your ancestors were fucking smart and the toughest ones that could make these voyages lasted. Um, so yeah, that's why they literally are big by genetics, bro. It's not like I mean, a lot of them have been told like, "Oh, you eat too much of this food and Samoan food, blah blah blah." But like, literally, they're Oh, I think Axe is about to walk in. I hear some keys. Yerp. So yeah, I don't know if y'all find that interesting. It wasn't the time I fought a Mexican. It was the time I didn't fight a Mexican.
Wow, you're racist.
I said I didn't fight him.
You're
I'm gonna post this link to their Voyaging canoes. No, I X'd out of. Where's YouTube? Damn, I X'd
Are
out.
you drinking my pink drink?
No, I didn't drink it. Exactly.
Seal's still on, yo.
Exactly.
Is this the first time y'all see me in regular clothes?
They do not
workout
care.
clothes?
They said we do not care.
They care. Y'all care, right? Isn't that right, Planet Moolah?
Bruh, don't knock over the
Isn't it
camera.
right, John? Glock leather. Where's the black shirt? See? They care.
I'll tell y'all the story when she walks the dog.
Wow. Why don't you tell
What?
me right now?
Cause you're racist. All right, listen. This is the story. This kid's name was Darren. He was like 5'2", bro.
Why did you tell me this story?
Yeah, Darren was walking with these other two Mexican dudes, and they was like mad cholo, like white shirts, Dickies, and they had the white socks pulled up with like the Nike Cortez joints. Yeah, and like my boy Brandon, like literally like waved at them, was like, "What's up?" Like we were across the street, like he literally waved at them, and Darren was like, "What you say, fool?" Walked across the street, bah, like pieced them up, and that's my boy. So I was like, "Yo, what's up, bro? You trying to fight?" And he wasn't trying to fight at that moment, bro. Like he literally was like, "Nah, fool." Like he literally was like, "Nah, fool," and he just walked away. And I'm like, "What the?" I ain't never seen nobody turn down a fade like that. Like that was weird. Next day at school, he walked up to me and he was like, "So what's up, fool? You trying to run the fade?" And I was like, "What's up, bitch? You like 5'2". I would have smacked the fuck out of Darren. Anyways, he told me to meet him at this spot, like right outside the school or whatever. So I'm walking on my book bag where I'm in high school. And I was one deep because like he's 5'2". I wasn't scared of him at all. Like I didn't have no homies or nothing. Bro, mad black trucks. I'm talking like 4 or 5 black trucks. Hella like 28-year-old Mexican dudes with tattoos all over their face and shit, smoking blunts, hanging out the car and shit. And like I'm walking past, and like one of them was like, "What's up, fool? You trying to fight our cousin Darren?" And I was like, "Who's Darren?" I was like, "I don't know what you talking about." I just kept walking, bro, and I was like closing my eyes, like, "Yo, I hope they don't know who I am," cause Darren wasn't even there, bro. He really sent some old men to beat me up. That's crazy, bro. And so yeah, I kept walking, bro. I was like, I could be tough right now and be like, "Yo, fuck y'all cousin, bro," but I was like, "Nah, man. I get nothing out of getting my ass beat by like 20 dudes that were like grown ass men, bro." Like the fact that they came there to do that for him, I was like, that's crazy. I don't know what kind of people they are if they would even do that. I was like, I'm not trying to find out. So yeah, that was the one time where like I actually swallowed my pride and just like kept walking because I really wanted to smack the first dude that said something, but I was like, there's literally no way that this could turn out good for me. So yeah, I kind of walked on pretty sad. So I was like, am I a hoe for that? But I've heard a Mexican guy that says one of the reasons Mexicans have a lot of health problems is because Mesoamericans have been eating corn for centuries and that it has actually affected our genetics. Huh?
Okay.
I mean, I know this is a true story since they said fool. Everybody talks like that in Texas, to be honest, but Mexicans do say it more. He didn't say shit to me at school the next day, bro. You know it's crazy. I don't know if I ever saw him at school again.
So they killed their cousin.
They might have.
Like you made a show up for no reason.
Yo, like, where I'm from is not crazy like that, but there is some crazy stuff that has happened. I might have told y'all on the stream before. There was this little white kid that was claiming that he was in the what they call it, the Mexican mafia. He would say that shit all the time. I don't like now that I'm a little bit older. He might have been a white Mexican, but from what I know, he wasn't a white Mexican. He was just a white dude that was saying he was in the Mexican mafia. We came to school one day and like they had made like a big school announcement like, hey, don't ever say you're in a gang. Don't ever say that you're a part of something that you're not. Blah blah blah. Yo. This motherfucker got chopped up and put in his own trash can in front of his yard. And I was like, oh, they don't be playing, bro. So, yeah. I was like, I don't know who's really affiliated and who's not, but I ain't trying to test that shit out. And, yeah, like... No joke. I really never saw Darren again. If I did, it wasn't a memorable experience. Like, man, chopped the white dude up. I mean, I don't know nobody in the Mexican mafia, so like, I don't know who claimed it or if anyone claimed it. But all I know is that dude used to say he was in the Mexican mafia, and then he got chopped up. Could have been someone who was a rival gang of the Mexican mafia, for all I know. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that shit is funny.
If that was intentional, you're funny as fuck.
Actually, looking like she going to a wedding. We actually are going to a wedding on Saturday.
I just came from a bridal shower.
We have to find Darren. I bet you I could find him on Facebook. I bet you I could. I kind of want to see if he like made something of his life or if like he's still a gangster.
If he's calling his family for help.
But that was when he was a kid. People change. You probably were like that when you were a kid.
No, I thought my own bells. I'm no bitch. And then my family would be there in the corner because if things got rough, then they would jump in.
I'm still laughing. Yeah, I mean, it was a fun
if he's still
story.
5'2".
He probably is.
He probably is.
You know, we was watching videos about Colombia, and this dude that was visiting, he was like, yeah, everyone's like really short here. If you're like 5'8", you'll be considered tall. And I was like, let's go. I'm about to be the tall motherfucker.
Me too.
You know what? I would be willing to talk to Darren and just be like, yo, why'd you call your fam on me, bro? I didn't know that dude, by the way. Like, it wasn't like he was my friend and then like we got into some beef or something. I literally had no connections to that dude at all. Like, which is why it was even weirder that he did what he did that day. Like, I was like, why did he punch Brandon for no reason, bro? Like, Brandon was a nice dude who waved at him, bro. He probably got beat up by his cousins and was like needing to take it out on somebody.
That's how that shit works, man. You just pass the cycle.
I don't know if I'm 5'8". I might be like 5'9".
5'9".
Yeah, I was gonna say. I would say I'm definitely not 5'10", but I think I might be 5'9".
Oh.
I'm definitely not 6'3". I can tell you that.
I'll be right back.
Probably in the pen now, pulling the same moves. It's very possible. A lot of people I went to school with did like big stretches in jail. Surprisingly, even like people that people that wasn't even like those kind of guys, I would see them get sentences, and I'll be like, "What in the hell?" Hey Phil, are you still on here? I want to know if you know somebody.
Yeah, he said accent. That's all he said.
Oh, you right.
Weird.
Yo, Phil, did you know Chris Elmore? He was our quarterback. He I wonder if he ever got out of jail, bro. He was doing armed robberies when we were in college, bro. He wasn't even like that, bro. It was crazy when they said it was him doing that joint, bro. Let me see. Chris Terrell Elmore is a 30-year-old. This has to be him. Yep. 30 years old, born in 1992. Sentence date 2012. Yep, that's him. Sentence on theft of a firearm. This don't even list the robberies he did. I wonder if that's a different case. Won't even let me look at it. Huh. Well, Nacogdoches man gets 20 years. Oh my God, I did not remember it being 20 years, bro. God damn. No way, bro. So, anyways, yes, you do remember him. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he was our quarterback. Like he was literally our quarterback, not just our quarterback. I don't know how to explain this because I'm not in high school anymore. This is a dude that I would see every day, bro. This is a dude that I would talk to, bro. He was a hella quiet dude. I never seen him fight. I never seen him do no tough shit in my life, bro. He's somebody that you would be like, "What's up, bro?" And he'll just be like, "Nothing." Like literally like that, bro. Like nothing crazy. He didn't have a crazy personality. He wasn't like super hyper. He wasn't super depressed. Like regular dude, bro. He was our quarterback. So, anyways, whenever this shit happened, people was like, "Yo, you see, Chris Elmore was the one doing those. Like he was like robbing like hotels or something like that. He was robbing the tills. Like he would walk up like in the middle of the night and ask them to empty their shit or whatever." Wait, what happened to Daniel Cobb? Hold on, bro. What you saying right now? Did Daniel Cobb do something? But yeah, Chris Elmore was robbing like hotels or some shit, bro. Daniel Cobb was robbing people? Oh, you talking about the older Cobb? I'm thinking David in my head, not the one that went to the NFL. You talking about his older brother? But even still, that's crazy, bro. That's why you got kicked out of Tech? No, I didn't know that, bro. What? See, I don't even like talking about stuff like this because there's always a chance that someone from Killeen is watching my shit, and I don't want them to be like, "Why are you talking about my brother?" or something like that. Now I gotta look up Cobb shit though. I mean, he did it. Like, it ain't my fault. Let me see if there's a news article about him. Tex Cobb faces burglary charge. What? Bro, I never even saw this. What the Bro, people be D1 athletes robbing people. That is insane, bro. Cobb, a linebacker who was Texas Tech's third leading tackler that season, was dismissed from the team. Bruh, I swear to God. Oh, I don't want to swear to God. This is my first time seeing this, bro. I don't know where I've been at. I never saw that Cobb got arrested for that, bro. I'll tell you more offline. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I knew he was at Tech, and I knew he was good at football, but, like, I just kind of thought, like, David surpassed him, and I just stopped hearing about him or something, bro. I didn't know he got kicked out. Damn. Man, life is wild, bro. Life is wild. It's a couple other stories I got like that where, like, shit, my best friend growing up started doing stuff like that, bro. Crazy, man. I got a handful of stories like that, man. young dude that I used to hoop with outside, bro. LZ got hit with capital murder, bro. I don't. I, that's like an unexplainable feeling, bro. To have like somebody that was like, I wasn't like his mentor or nothing, but we would hoop. You know what I mean? He's like 4 years younger than me, bro. So like, of course, like those kids would talk to me and be like, "Yo, I can't wait to blah blah blah." And, you have conversations with them. We weren't like best friends or nothing, but when somebody's like, "Bro, you heard LZ got hit with capital murder," I'm like, you can't be talking about the LZ I think you're talking about. Like, there's literally just no way, bro. That's what I think when I hear news like that. I'm like, there's no way, bro. And then you look up the story and it's like, bro, how? Like, how did that even happen? And in his case, it was messed up. I'm not saying that he's not to blame, but he was in a car with 3 other dudes. These dudes went to go sell weed to somebody. The weed deal went bad. Someone that wasn't LZ shot this dude. This dude later died. Now all of them get hit with capital murder charges. That's horrible, bro. LZ was like, I think he was like 19 or something. Let me see if I can find the article. But yeah, when I said like like a lot of dudes I went to high school got caught up in stuff like this, I'm not joking. It's actually a decent amount of people. So like, I used to think my dad was being like kind of dramatic. But my dad would always tell me he was like proud of me for not like literally he'll be like, yo, like all like accolades aside, like he's like, even if you didn't graduate college, even if you didn't do this and this and this, like, I'm proud of you, bro. Like, you're not on drugs. You don't be committing crimes. Like, you don't be doing this. Like, you're really living a normal life. And like, he'll be proud of that, bro. And I'm like, you're proud of me for like being normal, bro? But like, when shit like this could happen, bro, and your kid could go to jail for 20 years, bro, like that is crazy, man. All right, Darius Sims. Is this the article I'm looking for? No. I was like, who is that? No. I don't know how to spell LC. That's the problem. Maybe LC was his. Maybe that was a nickname. I don't know why I'm looking this up like it matters. It was just sad. Also, anyone who wasn't here on the beginning of the stream. Okay, yeah, I'm done looking this up. I can't remember what his name is. That's tough, but it'd be like that. Life changes in a second. Yeah, facts. There's so many situations that I know of. It's wild. Yeah, man, and that's why, you know what? I never judge people, man, because, like, I'm not going to pretend like I'm a saint, bro. I honestly can say that I never did any super crazy shit, right? But, I really need to think about the statute of limitations before I talk about anything. So let me talk super generally. There was a party that I attended, bro, when I was in high school. And someone that wasn't me and 2 of his friends that weren't my friends, they fought. And because of that fight with other people at the party, a big brawl erupted, bro. And the girl, who I knew, but I had nothing to do with the situation, all right? So I knew her. And her parents were at the house because it was her house. Her and her boyfriend were hosting a party. Her parents were at the house. Bro, her dad got stomped out, bro. And he got brain damage. And I just remember, bro, I went to college. So this was like 2 months afterwards because this party was in the summer. It was like a high school going away thing. I went to college. And, bro, there was really like an investigator on my phone, bro. And he was like, hey, were you at this party at this day? And I was like, yeah, I was there, but I left super early. And he was just like, okay, cause yeah, someone got brain damage. Some kids beat him up, and we're trying to figure out who started it and who was there. And I was like, oh no, no, I left at like the party started at 5. I think I left at 5:05, bro. Man, I called my best friend so fast. I was like, bro, somebody's calling about like some serious like felony type stuff, bro. Like this investigator was telling me like he was really looking to pursue like who did it and like charge them, bro. But it had nothing to do with it, so I had no reason to be nervous. But just saying, if I did have something to do with it, like that really could have changed my life, bro. Like that really could have changed my life because like they did end up putting something on some people that were like that. There were multiple witnesses that were like, I do remember seeing that dude. Yeah, I know Royce O'Neal. That's my boy. What you mean? I grew up with him. So Royce O'Neal is like the age of Elsie. Like whenever I first moved to Killeen, like Royce was one of the first people I ever met. He was a 5'2" chubby kid, and that motherfucker could shoot from like half court. And we went to the same high school. I was a little bit older than him, and yeah, he put in work, bro. He got a lot taller and made it to where did he go? He went to like Utah first, and he went to Baylor. Now he's in the NBA, bro. Crazy to me. Me and my best friend, we always send each other his videos, and we're like, bro, Royce is in the NBA, bro. That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. But anyways, yeah, to finish out that last story, like that could have been real different for different people. You know what I mean? Not me, because like I said, I wasn't involved. But yeah, of course I know Royce O'Neal, bro. Bro said, did I know Royce O'Neal? Royce is I'm on a stream. I don't want to say it. He's too famous for me to say what I want to say. But you remember how there was like a basketball player, and I was like, do you think? You know what I said? Remember when me and Kendall thought? And,
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. Do we still talk? Nah, we don't talk like that. It was just like I mean, we were never like best friends or nothing. I just hold on, I don't want to hit him. Yeah, we were never best friends, but like we follow each other on social media and stuff. He's somebody that like I'll be 100% confident that he wouldn't deny that he knew me. Like there's people that I grew up with. Like if you said like, do you remember blah blah blah? I'll just be like, maybe. But like we know each other well enough that he'll be like, yeah, I know Jalen.
What if he's like, no, I don't know that guy?
I would be extremely surprised because I've had so many conversations
He's
with
gonna be
him.
like, Jalen, who?
Alright, let me say this. He could not
Does he follow you on Instagram?
Yeah. He could not
Okay.
seriously deny to himself that he knows me. If he said that in an interview or something,
To himself.
yeah, I'll just be like, all right, well that's fake. I don't really care, but that's fake. But like,
I'll be like, you.
he knows who his best friend and stuff. Like I said, they were like kids to me. So like, I know all of them. Like,
Jalen always be saying randomly, "Oh, I know that person. I went to school with that person."
I did. Nah, there's certain people that like I went to school with or I competed against that I'll be like, that motherfucker don't remember me. Like RG3.
I was gonna say he about to bring up RG3.
It's
right
true.
when he
It's true. If you ask RG3 who I was, he'd be like, I have no idea who that is. We're from the same place, but he wouldn't remember me or know.
Did
He would
you
just
compete against him?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I would just be
Yeah.
someone in the background that he smoked. I don't remember none of the people that I beat in races. I don't remember the people that beat me because I'll be like, I gotta catch this motherfucker next year. But then again, like Braylon Taplin, he used to smoke me, and I told you one time he messaged me and he was like, "Yo, I need some help with strength and conditioning," and I'm like, an Olympian asking me for help?
How do you remember more people from college? Or how do you remember more people from middle school and high school than college? That to me is wild.
Anyone else famous from Killeen you grew up with? Corey Jefferson, he played for the Nets. We already talked about David Cobb. Hey, Phil, who did David Cobb play for in the NFL? I can't even remember. DJ Stevens, he has the highest vertical in the NBA. Or he did. He's not in the NBA, but he went. Phil said B. I don't know, man. It's actually a decent amount of famous people that come from Killeen.
I was gonna say, he be talking about them all the time.
Yeah. You know what? And that goes with Titans, Carolina Titans. Yeah, that goes with the next question. This is why I talk about them, because I'm realistic. Have you ever competed against someone that made you feel like you got to do something else? Yes, those people made me feel like, yo, there's really levels to sports. Like, there's people that are gifted and they work hard, and you will never catch up to them, bro. It sucks to say, but like running against RG3, Marquise Goodwin, dudes like that, it's like you both take off, like you're running with your head down, and you look up, and you're like, it's literally impossible that you could be that far away from me. That's how it would feel like. I would just be like, he must have false started or something like that. But they're just better, bro.
I'm gonna just order some food for you.
You ate already?
No, I'm about to order.
Oh, okay.
You want steak or a burger?
Burger's cool.
Okay.
You were a D1 sprinter, though. You're probably faster than... Oh, yeah. You clearly don't know who RG3 is if you think I'm faster than RG3. There's no way you know who RG3 is.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. And if RG3 ever watches this, someone sends this to him, he'll say, that's facts. When I was a teenager, Robert Griffin was a sprinter. He held every single age group record in the Junior Olympics for the hurdles. No one in the whole area code of 254 was faster than Robert Griffin. No one in the nation was faster than him in his event. He then went to college, and when he went to college, I said, I can't believe this dude's playing football. That's insane. He's not even that good at football. He needs to focus on track. He tore his ACL, and I said, yeah, why are you playing football? You're a track star. He got fourth at the Olympic trials as a freshman. This dude was like 18 years old, bro. And then he won the Heisman and became RG3. And I was like, I guess I was wrong. But in my eyes, Robert Griffin is a track star, bro. He's not a football player.
Well, I mean, you can even tell by his career how his body kind of fell apart.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, like that dude is fast, bro. He's not a football player that is like kind of fast. He's a track star that made it to the NFL. Oh, yeah, no, bro. He's crazy fast. Like, I'm talking about 48 over hurdles in the 400 hurdles fast. Like, the dude is insanely fast. Which is, like she said, probably the reason that his body fell apart, because when you're doing straight line mechanics stuff, it's not the same thing as going side to side. If you ever look at like videos of him jumping and shit, his knees would just like touch each other. Like, it was bad. I bet you Phil knows the picture that I'm thinking of in my head. He did a vertical test, and like before he jumped, his knees touched together, bro. Yeah, oh yeah, exactly, bro. I forgot about that. He graduated early, bro. He left the school at like 17 years old, bro. I forgot about that. Big 12 champion, yeah. Rob is that guy, 100%. How often do sprinters lift weights? It depends on who it is, what program they're a part of. They should lift weights often if they have a good coach.
I was gonna say, it depends on your coach.
Yeah.
Most people do just what their coach says.
Yeah, like even today in the office, me and the coach that I'm paired with, he coached for BYU for like 25 years. He's like 50 years old, like no joke. We were talking about this sprinter in the UK, Harry, I can't think of his last name, but he's like, if you think of like how I'm built, like he's built like that, except literally like no fat on his body. And we're like, if he was leaner, he would actually be better. Like, he has too much muscle for his frame. And Yeah, so like there is definitely a good balance. Like it's especially depending on your genetics and stuff like that. Like bro, legit since December, I really haven't lifted that many weights just because I was injured and I was like just doing random shit and stuff like that. Bro, I can touch a weight and I just get bigger, bro. Like if I was sprinting, I probably like would never lift weights. I would like do like some kind of resistance stuff with bands and stuff and like fast twitch stuff, power clean snatches or whatever. But like I promise you, bro, I do like 5 reps on a squat and my legs gain like 15 pounds. It's crazy. Do I think Lamar Jackson could have been an Olympic sprinter? I don't know. I don't know enough about him. Yeah, I know that dude. You might have answered this, but why didn't you want to move back to Texas? I did. That was the first. That was the first step in this plan. First, I wanted to move back to Texas. She didn't want to move to Texas. Then we started thinking about moving to Texas potentially, but then we're like, bro, we're already leaving. Colombia's way cheaper. Like, why not just do that? Like, we're still young. We got no kids. Like, why not just like go live life? By the way, I talked to Andy on the phone for like an hour today. He was hella excited about us moving. I literally, he asked me.
Why is he so excited?
Because it's like we talked about. So many people want to do that shit and they don't follow through with it, or they're like too scared, or they didn't get the opportunity. And so he asked me how my knee was, and he said something like I'm gonna get out to John's and train with you in like in the next few months. And I was like, I'm about to be gone, bro. And he like immediately called me and he was like, what? He's like, bro, that's so dope. Like, I wish I would have did that, but I had Carson and shit like that. You know what I mean?
So moral of the story is don't have kids. I'm just kidding.
The moral of the story is do what you want before you have kids.
And get your woman or your lady on birth control.
That too. The weather in Seattle is way better than Texas.
In the summer, yes. The rest of the year, no. You barely lived here. Honestly, we have the most beautiful weather in the summer. Literally, nobody can beat us. Compared to the whole United States.
Bro, last year it was 110 degrees.
The only thing that sucks here is that because, okay, I'm not going to get political, but every year the weather is increasing. So back 10, 15 years ago, the weather never got this hot here. It never got in the hundreds. So nobody needed AC. But in the last 4 years, it's been breaking 100 consecutively for multiple days. So that's obviously a problem when buildings, apartments, people's living situations do not have AC. But prior to that, it would be like max 80. So you'd have the sun that is beautiful. You have the water. You have the mountain ranges in view. You just have everything. It's just gorgeous to live here.
She thinks
in the
old
summer.
ladies dying in their apartment from heat stroke is cool.
So every night I make this joke that I'm going to kill him one day. And I'm about to fuck him up right now, y'all. Jalen quiere 5. We want 4 kids.
She not ready for 4 kids.
Yeah, dude, I want 2 boys and 2 girls.
How's the weather political? She was talking about the
global
topic
warming.
Of global warming and climate change.
Yeah.
Better sleep with one eye open. I'm not worried, bro. She goes to sleep way earlier than me, and she can't wake up. she don't wake up for shit. You literally gotta roll her off the bed to get her to wake up.
Yeah, I'm a deep sleeper, y'all. One time, literally a fire alarm went off, and I slept through that shit. So.
We're hilarious. So what you're saying is we have to vlog together in Colombia.
Yes.
Walk through the streets talking mad shit to people. That'll be fun.
I don't know about talking shit, but yeah, I'll talk to people. This is the thing. This is when we move to Colombia. I think it'll be dope because Jalen don't really like talking to random strangers, so I can be that person. But then once Jalen drinks a little bit, he can start engaging.
Turn up.
And he'll still be recording, so he'll still be a part of it. But I can talk to random strangers, is what I'm saying.
American names or Spanish? What's an American name? Because
Tom.
I was just about to say, no one in my family has an American name
Yeah, I
because
was
we're
gonna
black.
say, yeah, I don't think. My name's Axa. AXA.
We were thinking about naming our son
Joel.
Joel.
I like that name a lot.
Yeah. Sounds like in Kristen. Which part? Talking shit or naming your kid not an American name? Phil already has a kid, Joe.
I was gonna say, so you can't sound like us for that part. Joel Romero.
I mean, that's actually like where it was based in, or what it was based on.
I like that name. It sounds
Because
dope.
I was like, Yoel Romero's a god. And I was like, you know what? Actually, everyone named Yoel is either cool or they're an athlete. I don't know no whack Yoels. Like,
That's true.
Rolando, you might know about this.
You be
It's-
knowing random shit, Rolando.
Exactly. This is called nominative determinism. Do you know what that is, Rolando? Don't lie either. Don't try to Google that shit.
Google it and act like it. That's the shit I would do.
Nominative determinism. Basically, it says that your name kind of determines who you'll be in life.
Oh.
And so, like, if you look up, like, what's the most common name for a doctor, there will be a most common name for a doctor. Because, yeah. And so you hear certain names, and you're like, that kid's going to be a lawyer. Or that kid's going to be this. Like, no lie. Because my last name is Shabazz. Haven't heard of that term. Or hadn't heard of that term. When I was a kid, like, every single person I ever met's like, Shabazz, that sounds like Shazam or Kazam. Like, you're going to be famous. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired of hearing this shit. But, like, you hear a million people say that shit to you, it kind of makes you feel like, I'm supposed to be famous, bro. My last name is Shabazz, bro.
So you're saying you're famous?
I'm going to be. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, there's just certain names. Like, a name that's very close to Axa is Axel. One of my clients said she was going to name her kid Axel. And I was like, if you do that, your kid's going to jail. Like, Axel sounds like some white dude that's the leader of a gang. Like, he just does. It sounds like he has, like, a souped up sports car.
Like, it sounds like the leader. You know that movie, American X? What is
American,
it? Something X.
yeah.
American History X.
Yeah,
Yeah,
American
It
History
sounds like
X.
he would be in that movie. On the Nazi side.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Axel is a German name. It's a German prison name.
Yeah, I agree. Names hold a lot of power.
Yeah.
But you know what I can't get down with?
Edison is Edison.
People
because
who
most
name their
Edisons are
children innocents. Like, they not gonna be innocent their whole life. Like, they'll be innocent for like 2 years. And then after that, oof. Could you imagine just calling your wife Innocence? Like, Innocence.
smart. Probably call her
Hey, Innocence. Or hey,
Eno.
Yeah, no, that's too, no. That one, I can't get down with that one.
A couple white claws in jail will make friends with everyone in Cali.
That's true.
Big facts.
He was drinking at the in Puerto Rico, and he made friends with some random motherfuckers next to us at the restaurant.
They were nice. They paid for everything for us.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
No, they paid for our one drink, which was nice. But they made it seem like they were gonna pay for everything, and they didn't.
Oh, damn, they got me. That's how they get you, yo.
Yeah, exactly. Chastity, what the fuck? Please stop. Just stop. Like, stop.
Lost Tribe. Yeah, Lost Tribe is Shabazz. The part in the grocery store?
I just
What?
can't.
What does that mean? The part in the grocery store gets me hot? The part in the grocery store gets me hot?
Maybe the hot food section.
My name got me into a lot of doors. Because you're Philip Roberts. Yeah, they thought you were white, bro.
Like, you probably thought you were president.
Exactly. But that's the power of a name. They're like, Philip Roberts, we gotta have this guy on
That's
staff.
true.
A lot of horrible people in history have cool names. Yeah, because cool names get you to the top. You're gonna be bad or you're gonna be good, but like if you have a cool name, it's gonna get you there, bro.
I was gonna say one thing I do like about my name is that nobody ever had to say, "Oh, is that Axa S or Axa Molina, Axa whatever?" It was always just Axa
Until she
at
met
the end
me,
of the
because I
story.
already knew Axel when I met her.
Yeah, but I don't know that bitch, and I'll fuck her up.
And she was Greek. She wasn't even Hispanic.
Yeah, Philip Christopher.
You don't want to name your daughter Karen. Hey, we know a Karen.
I was like, I know a Karen. Karen would be cool, but not Karen. No.
The problem is people will call her Karen.
Yeah, so we would have to teach our daughter to be like Karen, not Karen. Big difference.
When's the next live stream? I don't want to miss it. I would tell you like more than likely it's gonna be tomorrow at 6, but it really just depends on if she goes to work out. Because if she doesn't,
I will tomorrow.
oh, okay. Well then tomorrow at 6.
I just had the event today, so. You had a nickname, Axa? I never had a
Axe.
nickname that stuck. People call me Axe, Axia,
Ava.
Ava. But Ava was because a lot of people called me Ava because they thought the X was a V.
Just people are
So
stupid.
they would call me Ava to purposely annoy me. So I never really had a true nickname because AXA is kind of as short as it can get. But Axe was the closest thing, and I would turn. I'd be like, yeah.
I wonder where my battery's at.
So, what do I do for work? I recently changed jobs. So if you asked me a month ago, I would have been in security.
Oh, now that she doesn't do it anymore, we can say it. She was security for Bill Gates.
I was. Yes, I was. So that was kind of
Interesting.
fun. Kind of not some days. Just depended on the day. Yeah, I got to drive his car around. If he left his wallet in the car, I would go get it, give it to him. Saw his office and shit. I did all his luggage runs whenever he traveled for the airport.
Yo, you know what she
Yeah.
told me? Well, we can say
Wait.
anything since you don't work there. right?
Not anything. Don't be saying no crazy shit. I was like, wait. I was like, hold up.
I was talking about like the pictures
What pictures?
of him.
No, don't say that.
No,
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I lied. Josh.
I'm
She
not.
didn't tell me nothing. She didn't tell me a thing.
I'll say very general shit, and that's about it. And that's all like y'all got in me.
I already know Bill was caught slipping. No,
not gonna say
It
anything.
wasn't even that. It was like I can't even say it. She won't let me.
What is it?
About the pictures of him. Oh, like man.
Oh, yeah. We're not gonna go there.
Nah, we're not doing that show.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. If y'all got me offline, telephone, I might talk to y'all, but this is too risky. But now, I kind of do more like health education and helping people get resources so they can survive.
Yo, you know what we're thinking about doing? Just because she's a health educator and she deals a lot with nutrition and disease. I really hate doing nutrition shit with my clients. I just do. Because mainly the shit that they want doesn't align with what I want for them. I want AXA to take on like those clients' nutrition for the nutrition shit. And then I don't know, like any client that she takes on for that shit, I guess I'll just give her half the money. But
Bitch.
what?
We want 70-30.
No, because I still have to train them. I'm just saying, I have people that
if
are
you
like,
just say like $50 more for nutrition, I'll be cool. Because it's really not that hard.
no, because what if they're paying me like $500? I'm gonna give you 50. I'm gonna give you half.
Oh. For some reason, I was just thinking like it was $150 for the training and then like $50 more.
It could be if they're paid monthly.
I don't know. We can talk about that
Yeah.
another time.
But anyways, yeah, I think that would be cool if we like kind
Teamed
of
up.
linked up. You didn't sign up.
We did not get the deposit.
You would literally have.
Planet
If you did it
Moolah.
today, I would say it's possible. Unless you're saying it like as an expression, like I already signed up, like it's a good idea. But anyways, yeah, I think that'll be cool. What does that say? Oh, 20%. I'm good. Yeah, I think it'll be cool because, like I said, I actually turn away some people if they're like too nutrition specific. Because I'm just like, bro, I don't want to make your fucking meal plans. I don't want to talk to you about that shit. I talk to people about nutrition, but in a general sense of making themselves like more healthy, whatever. But if it's like getting too specific, I'm like, you need to talk to somebody else, bro.
Yeah, and I like the food shit. I love getting into macros. I love making meal plans. I love making your favorite meal, whether it's cultural. Obviously, I'm Latina, so I know more like Latin meals. So my favorite thing is making those meals more nutrient dense.
And I think it would especially be cool in Colombia because we could start making it like, I don't
Cooking
know,
show.
we could start making it our thing. Like, we got this training, we got YouTube, and we could merge them. I was asking about a weight program. It's a nutrition thing to focus on if I'm cutting.
Definitely, 100%. But I would say more nutrition if you're cutting.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
we should talk because it definitely depends on your goals. Like,
True.
let's just pretend that you didn't care about your physique at all. You didn't care about lifting. You didn't care about strength. And you're like, I want to do this with my life and I want to be a smaller person or something like that. Then I'll say, like, yeah, you need to just talk to Axel straight up. But if you compete in a sport or you're like, yo, I want to be strong, I want to be muscular, and I'm trying to get to this light weight, then it's equally as important that you lift weights as it is that you talk to her or even me about nutrition.
Wait, so you say I'm 5'11", I want to be 20 pounds lighter. But why do you want to be 20 pounds lighter? That's my first question.
See, this is the same
I was
conversation
like-
I have with people. That's why I be wanting to just be like, you know what, you need to go talk to somebody else because I'm like, I'm not going to just accept that shit.
Right.
Bro.
Like, I need because 20 pounds is pretty significant on most people. So depending on your height and just your age, everything, just we gotta get really specific. And obviously, we're not gonna have this whole ass conversation on here right now. But okay, we can, I guess.
But look, this is all right. Let me just tell you something generally. What I always want people to do is figure out why they have this number in their head. You said you want to be 20 pounds lighter. Planet Moolah says I want to be 180. Why the fuck did y'all pick those numbers? That's what I want to know. When I sit down with people, I'm like, are you picking this number because you think that's where you should be? You think that's what a good weight is? You think blah, blah, blah? Because if you start, like, let's just say, like, you're in a good place with your cardiovascular system, you're strong, you feel good, you look good, and you're 190, is it like, I need to lose 10 pounds still? Because then you're focused on a number. You're not focused on your health. And I would say, like, why are we doing that? Why are we not focused on our health and our long-term goals?
Like, really, the only time, personally, as a coach, I accept number goals is when we have weight athletes. So
that's different.
So when we have wrestlers, when we have boxers, when we have judokas, anything that's weight related because of your sport is the only time I will truly ever focus on a number because they actually have to step on a scale and hit that number. But other than that, we don't necessarily need to ever step on a scale, to be honest. We can focus solely on numbers, like your, what is it called? Like your caloric intake versus out, your basal metabolic rate, so how many calories you burn at resting without any kind of movement. If you were to just lay down in bed the whole day and not move a single thing. So yeah, it's a lot of things. And then ultimately too, because it's like we have to figure out what's realistic. And 20 pounds, again, that is a huge number. So we're in it for the long haul, you know, like unless you're trying to have a specific event, like for example, when people get married, they're like, I want to look a certain way for my wedding. Okay, yeah, totally. I understand that. But if there's not a certain event that's happening, then I'm like, hey, let's stretch this goal out because we want to develop lifelong habits that will help you continue to be this person. We don't just want to have a beginning and an end. We want to change your lifestyle as a whole so you're continuing to love movement, you're continuing to love food. You should be able to enjoy your parties, your weddings, your quinceañeras, whatever events you go to. You should be able to enjoy that freely without thinking like, oh my God, I ate so much cake today. Oh my God, I ate too many tortillas today. You should just be able to be like, eat the food and be happy. But ultimately, we do want to be eating more nutrient-dense foods. Yeah, that was a lot, but you guys get the gist of it.
But
Let's see.
Just to add on to that, what I always make people do.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry. BMI messed up a lot of us.
Yeah, facts. I always make people increase their activity first. So, like, if you aren't doing shit, like literally going on a 20-minute walk every day or every other day, whatever the fuck, going from where you're at now to increasing your activity, that alone, it could take off 20 pounds. It might, but I don't want to focus on 20 pounds. I want to focus on moving, being stronger, being healthy.
Yes.
And then we could talk from there.
And another thing, too, like, I mean, again, this is solely 100% dependent on each person. But, like, it's like, okay, so I do have some medical backgrounds. I'm like, okay, how are your blood sugar levels? How's your blood pressure? How's your cholesterol? Are all those numbers good? Are we healthy? Like, truly healthy? And then I'm like, okay, based off of that, then we'll go from there as well. So, yeah.
This is a good book. If y'all are into reading, if y'all want to
make us fat. Yeah.
This is one of the best books that I read about this subject. Just to let y'all know, I'm gonna try to make this short. Your body is built to stop you from losing weight. If you think about it from a survival aspect, like losing weight is actually not a good thing. It's very stressful. Your body wants to maintain homeostasis. Whenever you lose weight and you come back up, you'll always be heavier than the last time, which is why people yo-yo and they just keep getting bigger and bigger. Your body gets better at storing fat. It gets better at conserving energy. So, if you take that long-term approach and you think about that, like every time I go down and come back up, I'm gonna be heavier. What do we need to do? We need to say, what can you fucking do for the rest of your life? I don't want you to do something that you're gonna pull back from and then start back up again and pull back from and start back up again. Take the smallest step. Can you go on a 20-minute walk one time a week for the rest of your life? That's good. Let's start there. Let's start walking on Mondays. Okay, we've done that for a month. You 100% sure you could commit to walking twice a week? Let's do that. Let's go slow. Let's just slowly add stuff. And at least if we have to pull back from something, we won't be quitting the gym. We'll just be like, all right, 4 walks in a week is a lot. Let's keep it to 3. You might gain a pound back or something, but you won't completely destroy your activity level or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Definitely. And like even like myself, like I had this rib injury back in December in jiu-jitsu, and I literally couldn't do shit for a while. So I gained weight, and I was like, you know what, this is just part of the process. But then on top of that, like being injured, I got like, I wouldn't say depression, but I just got really down. I wasn't working out. I just started eating out way more than I normally like to. And so I gained weight, and I'm like at the highest weight I've ever been. I'm at literally like 165 right now, and I've never been this heavy ever in my life. But also as well, like part of I had an eating disorder most of my life. It was like part of my recovery too, is just like being okay with that. And that, like Jalen was saying, like the yo-yoing process, like always focusing on a diet or like trying to go lose weight and then come back up, you're always going to be heavier. And so part of my eating disorder recovery is accepting that I was going to gain weight, and then I would be at a weight that I've never been at before. And so, I mean, yeah, numbers are helpful, you know, sometimes, but I would say more times often than not, they aren't relevant.
Facts. Oh, he called me a great coach.
And I'm in the best condition I've been in, and I give a lot of credit to his advice. Yeah.
My guy.
I taught him everything he knows, y'all.
Yeah, he could tell y'all, man. Like I will, yo, if he messages me or if he sends me voice notes, I will respond. I never charge him and shit like that. If he wanted a program or something, obviously I would. But if y'all are just asking advice or we're just talking like this, I'm not one of those dudes that's like, oh, you want to fucking, what is it called? You want to do a consultation? That's $50. Or you want this advice? Is this much money? Bro, I'd love to help y'all out for free. If y'all want to buy something, that's cool too. I'm not going to say no. That's super cool for me. But I would love to make sure everyone gets on the right track. And I don't think that takes away from my money either. I think having talks like this and getting your mind in the right place, I think it makes you want to buy from me. And if you don't, that's fine, like I said. But if you do, that's cool too. I paid Jalen, but I'm so broke. Yeah, he did pay me before, so it wasn't like he never paid me. Like, there's been times that he's like, yo, I want to know the answer to this question. I'll fucking Zell you right now. And I just be like, bro, you don't have to Zell me. I'll answer the question.
That Tempa merch.
That Tempa merch. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to have any merch, but programs, nutrition, we got y'all. And if not, like I said,
You're gonna be Tempa Rápido in Colombia.
I for sure got. Yeah, man, let me know. My goal when I started online training, first of all, I think I told y'all before, maybe last time I told y'all, she's the reason that my prices went up. In a good way. In a good way. Because I was like really trying to give it to people for like the lowest price.
Yeah.
But my goal when I started online training, I would see people charging so much for like not even good information. So I was like, yo, I want people to get good information and I want it to be affordable. Like I remember being in college and being broke as fuck. Like, and I'm like, yo, I have a full-time job. Like this is not my primary income. I can help people for an affordable price. And so I think my prices are affordable. And even if they're not, I'm willing to work with people. Mm-hmm. Like I cut deals all the time. The longer people pay for, I give them discounts on that shit too. So if people pay for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year at a time, I always make the price a better deal. You know what I mean? And so, yeah.
Thank you, Axel. You're welcome.
Yeah, whenever.
Because you're helping support a great coach. Keep doing what he loves. So thank you.
Yeah, like I said, y'all can message me, man. We can talk about a price. Like, there's not much. You have to go real low for me to just be like, nah, bro, that's fucking crazy. If it's reasonable, I will work with you on it. I do have like somewhat limited spots, like just as far as quality goes, because I never want to have so many people that I can't. We can negotiate when Axel's not around. You're right, because Axel's gonna be like, hell nah.
Listen.
I remember I used to. I guess this is how long we've been together, but I used to send people emails. I didn't have an app back then. Like I used to send people emails with their workout program. I'll type that shit up by hand and stuff like that. And so when I was making my website, I was like, I don't even remember what the number was because it's been so long. But I'm like, yeah, I charge this. Like, you think I could go up? And she was like, what the fuck? Like, she was like, 2 times that. Like, put this number. If they don't pay for it, then fuck them. And man, I put that number on there and people signed up. And I'm like, I can't believe I was doing this shit for half of that price. That's crazy.
Listen, the way I see it is there's so many fitness influencers online that are charging 10 times the rate for 1/10 of the product that Jalen is delivering. And here's the thing. We are setting the price for most people who will just be like, they look at a price and they'll pay it. No questions asked. That's more of the audience we're marketing to when they look at the prices. However, I know Jalen is a sensitive ass dude that if you messaged him and you're like, hey, I can't pay it this month, can you he's gonna okay? And so that's also like
Like, I just don't be wanting to leave nobody out.
You gotta also protect your coach, you guys. That's all I'm saying.
But look, my people always pay. Like, I got people.
Jalen was doing charity work. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Kinda.
Yes.
But look, no, my people. Somebody will be like, "Yo, this shit happened in my job. I can't pay this month. Can I pay you twice next month?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, bro. Like, I trust you because you've been my client for a fucking year. You know what I'm saying?" And they pay me the next month. If they did that 3 times in a row, I'll be like, "Bro, nothing against you, but you said that 3 times in a row. We need to pause until you get your shit figured out." But whenever they say that stuff to me, I always tell them like, "Yo, just give me the real shit, bro. I've been broke before. Sometimes I'm still broke." So I know what that shit's like. Like, I know what it's like where you're like, yo, I'm not going to have no money until this day, but I'm going to have the money for sure. If you tell me that, I'm going to be like, okay, you can pay on that day. That's fine, bro. Like, but I hate when people owe me. I just write it off because I know they'll never pay.
Yeah. And so, like, on the opposite, like, I've been on the other end of Jalen where people straight up didn't pay me. And so I was just like, I've been burnt so many times now that I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know, y'all.
I think people know. I think people know me, and I ask people straight up. If you tell me that you can't pay this month and you say you need to pay next month or some shit, I will fucking call you or send you a voice note, and I'll be like, bro, don't play with me. Can you pay next month? Are you 100% sure? Because if you're not, then we can take a break and we can start back up when you have the money. If you think you 100% sure we'll pay next month, then we can keep going and you can pay twice next month or something like that. So I always make sure, like, I'm like, bro, don't lie about it or don't do it if you're not confident in it. It's okay to take a break or whatever. Mm-hmm. Some people just accept that shit when people say it, and I think that's how you get burnt. But like, I follow up on that shit. I'm like, bro, like, what makes you think you're gonna have twice the money next month if you didn't have it this month? Like, are you sure?
I feel you, Planet Moolah. Like, why do I have to keep up with you? You should know that you owe me money. Like,
I get that.
Like, why do I gotta keep tabs with you? Like, it's an uncomfortable thing to ask the other person, like, hey, you got my money? Like, no, bitch. Like, tell me when you have my... No, just fucking send it. Don't be like, hey, I'm gonna send you the money. No, just send it. We already know that you owe me money. Not that fucking hard.
Yeah. He's like, can I mow your lawn for a program?
You know, services in exchange for money are sometimes
cool too. The barter system is real.
Like, that's a real thing. Like, sometimes people couldn't pay me, but they would be like... Can I don't know whatever the fuck it was, but I'd be like, yeah, definitely.
Planet Moolah, you want to know something that my mom told me? I told Axel this too. My mom is super generous like me. That's where I got it from. My mom makes a good amount of money, and she sends it to a lot of people in our hometown that she grew up with. My mom told me, if you give somebody money, or if you let somebody borrow money, don't expect that shit back. You either need to give it out of the goodness of your heart, or don't give it.
I stopped giving.
And that's okay. That's fine. It really is. But like, when I give people money and they say like, "Oh, I'm gonna pay you back," and blah blah blah, I just like, no, you're not. In my head, anyways, I don't tell them that, but I'm like, no, you're not. It's fine. I might say that. I might say, bro, it's fine. You don't have to pay me. They're like, no, I promise you, I'm gonna pay you whenever I get the money. And I'm like, okay. But that's just the way that I've lived my life. Like I said, my mom was like that, so I'm kind of just like that. Like, and so I don't... Dude, are you trying to jump?
Yeah, let him down.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like that, man. If I hook somebody up, I don't expect them to pay me back. And if they do, it's a pleasant surprise. If they don't, I don't really judge them. I'm like...
I judge them.
I'm like, it was a gift to me. I told them...
It was not a gift. You went outside the contract.
Did y'all really meet on a dating app? How did you know Axel wasn't a serial killer? How did she know I wasn't a serial killer? Why y'all think she's tough and I'm not? What the fuck?
First of all, I had a safety plan in action. Oh.
Yeah, we really met on a dating app. We met on Tinder, bro. No lie.
I literally had my location on. I sent my location. Oh. I said I will time, at this time, at all these hours of the
He
day.
said, "How did you know Axel wasn't a serial killer?"
I don't care. I don't care. I'm telling y'all how I had to make sure he wasn't the serial killer. Okay. But this motherfucker decided to get wasted on the first night we met.
Anyways,
So,
we broke
it
up.
was you. You were touching it.
It was linked.
Yeah,
or
because
whatever.
Muñeco jumped
Is the
off.
sound quality messed up? Let me know before I start talking. Or is it back to normal?
Thanks for touching
Or
it.
thanks for touching it. So she did break it.
I didn't touch it.
Yeah, you did.
You touched
Anyways,
it.
yeah, no, we really did meet on Tinder, and it was like,
He said don't work no more.
actually,
Hello. You gotta go get the food at some point.
no, you have to.
I bought it.
I can hear you, but it's quiet. You're not gonna be able to fix the mic.
Hello?
What? Oh, fuck.
It's good now.
I don't know when he said that, though. Was that before I just moved it this time?
Is it good now?
Right now, is it good? I'm not gonna touch it until someone says it's good.
It's 11:30 over here. I'm going to tune in tomorrow. You guys have a good night. Good night, D-Bay.
Alright, take it easy, bro. Send me a message.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
I was gonna say that.
Beat
Okay,
you.
it's good now. Yeah, we really did meet on Tinder, and it was the craziest shit ever because. Good night,
Rolando,
bro.
are you going to bed too?
Damn, everybody's going to bed. I'm about to tell the story to nobody.
I'll hear you.
Well, anyways, at this point in time, I had lived in a place called DuPont. She was living in Federal Way. It was not within whatever the 25-mile range or whatever that I had my Tinder set to. And then this one time, literally the only time I went out with this dude, George Rodriguez. I'm still friends with him, but he's hella we're just hella different, bro. He's a Mexican dude, but he's hella conservative. His mom came over here illegally. Or did she go? No. I don't remember if she came legally or illegally, but either way, I was like, bro, you really feel like they should just kick fucking immigrants out of the country? He's my boy, but he just is like, yo, no, his mom did it the right way because that's what he would say. He's hella conservative, Trump supporter, all this shit. It was the only time I went out with him, and I stayed at his pad that night. And my Tinder had matched with her shit.
My Tinder, you matched with me too.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck? Anyways, so we matched, but I was so drunk, I fell asleep, bro. And then we ended up messaging the next day and shit. And yeah, we was talking and shit, and then she said she wanted to FaceTime and shit, so we started doing that, and it was an everyday thing after that. But it was crazy because if I didn't go out with him that night, I don't think we ever would have matched because my distance was so short. I was like, I'm not about to fucking go to Seattle and shit to meet somebody that have shirtless gym pics. No, I didn't. But she did say she thought I was a hoe from my pictures.
I think you did have a shirtless pic.
Okay, I lied.
Pretty sure you did.
I feel like I didn't. That's not really
I feel like you did. I feel like there was a mere gym pic in there.
No. I wish I still had my Tinder.
Me too. So you can see how much of a hoe he looked like.
Oh my god. She still matched with it. What does that say about her?
It looked like, but you had weightlifting pictures on there. So I was like, okay, he's an athlete. So athletes are generally hoes. It's just something you accept.
I didn't know distance was a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
That means you're not on Tinder like that.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, nah, you can set your age and range and shit. So these old ass men be setting they shit on 18 and under and shit. Weird ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, the funny thing about that was too, at the time I had a job where I used to travel a lot around the country. 2 to 3 weekends out of the month I would be gone. I would be traveling. I used to teach little girls how to wrestle. I used to do camps everywhere. And so I got hella lonely, because I'm a social person. And so I was like, you know what if I just went on dates with random people and then I just went home after it. I just wanted to get some human interaction in. And but as soon as I got home, I would always turn my app off. But then when I would travel the next week, I'd be like, oh, okay, who's in Chicago? Oh, who's in DC? Who's in Florida? Who's in Colorado? Whatever. And then that weekend as well, I just happened to be like, who fucking lives in Washington? Let me just fucking look. That was like the first time I ever left my app on for Washington. And this motherfucker showed up.
Yeah, she didn't really believe me, but I mean, I know she believes me now because she knows how I am. But like, I was not meeting up with motherfuckers on the app. Like, I would literally download that shit and I would use it on like Saturday nights because I'll kind of do like I'm doing right now. At that point in time, I would only drink on Saturday nights. It was like I would never even think about drinking on another night. I drink like a wine bottle on a Saturday night, and I'll be like just scrolling. I'll swipe if somebody was cute or something, match. But I would never talk to him. Or if I did talk to him, I would.
Wait, you matched with other women
He's
that
so
weren't
fucking
me?
stupid.
Wow.
I would delete that shit. I would match, and then on Sunday when I woke up or Monday when I went to work, I'll delete the app. I'm about to meet up with no motherfuckers on Tinder, like just some weird shit. But I don't even remember. I just remember our conversation was crazy. Like, I literally, like, the first thing I said to her is, like, what's your relationship like with your dad?
Yeah.
It was, like, some wild shit.
Like,
She actually responded, and I was like, oh, shit. Like,
we kind of went in on each other. We're just like, so what are your views on this? And they're like, it was just, like, political and shit. And they're like, okay, do you believe in God? And they're like, okay. And then the one that was crazy to me, at the time, I didn't smoke weed. Now, sometimes I'll do it recreationally, like, at a party. But at the time, like, I was just like, he's like, do you smoke weed? And I was like, no, do you? And he's like, no. And I was like, what? But you drink? And so it was just like a lot of crazy shit that kept matching up.
Yeah, no, that's true. Because, that in that point in time, when she said she smoked weed, I would have said, like, I'm not talking to her no more. Yeah. Like, I really don't fuck with weed like that. But she really does like the edible shit, which I don't care about. I just don't like weed smoke. I don't like smoke.
Yeah,
so
I agree. And to be honest, when I started edibles, it was because I had like really terrible like period cramps. And that was the first time like no sort of pain medication would ever helped. And so I kept asking friends, I'm like, hey, what do y'all do? What do y'all do? And then one time someone was like, hey, you should actually try like THC, weed. And I was really reluctant. And then I was like, and then one day I was just in so much fucking pain. Like I didn't sleep all night. I was at your house actually with your mom. Like I literally laid in a hot bath shower like for like 4 hours. And I felt bad because this is literally the first time I stayed the night with them. And, like, imagine being a guest at the first time at your significant other's house with their parents, and you're just in the shower for 4 hours. Like, what? Nobody does that. But I was in that much pain that I just didn't care. And then after that, that's when I was like, fuck it, I'll try weed. And that shit actually helped me. So then that's what kind of got me on. Where I was like, this shit kind of feels cool.
That's hilarious, but you gotta ask the tough questions. Yeah, facts. I be seeing people on Twitter like, oh, like a date is not a job interview. You can't be asking people like questions about their trauma and shit. And I be like, I get what they're saying. Like, you don't want to just like open up with that question, but also like if you want to open up with that question, go ahead. If that's your life and you want to do that. You might not get that many people that respond. Like, if she wouldn't have responded, I would have 100% understood and just been like, whatever, I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? But it was the fact that she responded. I'm like, oh, I'm hella interested now. Like,
yeah, and like the way I say it too, I was just like, I honestly didn't care because for the most part, I'm like a open book, and I was going through my healing journey too, so. At the very minimum, I would have just seen it as a person I could express my life to. And I, like, literally, who was he going to tell? Like, if he posted it on Facebook, we had 0 friends in common. And I was like, I don't give a fuck.
First time you smoked weed, you were 4 years old.
Damn. You been hitting that blunt.
I'm about to call CPS in retro, bro. My mom passed me a blunt in rotation, no lie.
Damn.
I don't know how to reply to that. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. She's like, son, you up.
I actually didn't like the real reason you wanted to learn Spanish. What's the real reason I wanted to learn? It's gonna be in my documentary.
That'll be a good one.
No, like I don't want to. I don't want to say too much, but I remember you told me like you were thinking about making like a YouTube and talking about all of that stuff. Like, did you ever get info on like what you could talk about and what you can't talk about? Cause I still would be interested, bro. I would love to make a video with you, bro, to get your shit started. You gotta have an interesting story. You did? So what did they say? How far is it from?
4 to 6 minutes away.
Okay. What's up, y'all? Hey, I missed yesterday's live, but still want to come with a question.
Oh, can you go down now?
What you guys think of modern dating?
Do you want to keep my phone?
Yeah, but let me check the battery to make sure the shit's not gonna die when I leave. I don't even see the battery. What the? 7%. No, it should be straight. You can keep talking.
Alright, so what do we have? Hey, what's up, y'all? Hated that I missed yesterday's live, but I wanted to come in with a question. What do you guys think of dating? What do you specifically mean by modern dating? Like
You're not on Twitter and shit,
dating
like,
apps?
You're not on Twitter and shit enough. Modern dating is crazy. Like,
Yeah, I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know. I need a definition so I can answer the question.
dating scene is wild.
Yeah, I need a little more context with that.
Mainly just girls saying like you need to pay $300 to take me out.
Okay, Jalen said it's when women are like, "Hey, you need to pay $300 to take me out," and yeah, if that's the case, I don't agree with that. To be honest, I've been pretty independent most of my life. Like, I didn't like men buying me shit, but that for me personally, it stems from my trauma growing up because I saw how my dad treated my mom and how it was always like my dad always had something up on my mom, and he'd be like, she's like, you can't leave the house until you clean or whatever, and then he would be like, I'm not gonna buy you this shit until you do this. And so just always seeing like that financial abuse in a relationship. I'm gonna keep talking, so you guys let me know if I mess it up. I didn't want that, so I always paid for my own shit. And then it wasn't until I was with Jalen that I was like, you know what, this guy's pretty fucking cool. I'll let him buy me some shit. You had to be someone pretty fucking important for me to let you buy you some shit. For me. Because I really valued my independence. Is this shit on? Okay. Yo, people whose phone are less than 10% don't charge it are the kind of people to run a fade with anyone. That's possible. That might apply to me as well. So, I'm not sure. It's possible. I'm not denying or confirming it. So, there's that. Maka said, social networks, apps, friend of a friend. Obviously, I do believe in dating apps because that's how I met Jalen. I do think that it's harder to come by since there's so many more people accessible to you at once. And obviously that wasn't a thing before. You had to meet people more organically, and you can't meet like 10 people at once before, or else you looked like a hoe in person, you know? But yeah. I would say dating apps are cool. You just gotta have your boundaries and expectations like are realistic. Jalen and I got very lucky that we literally met each other like first time I ever swiped on someone seriously, like not just meeting them to have a conversation. That we got lucky. It was on the first try. Of course I've heard of Chispa. I'm Latina. I have friends who have used Chispa and have met other their significant others. Well, not significant others. Their boyfriend, girlfriends. They're not married yet. Hopefully they'll get married. I don't know what WSG means. Maybe I'm too old, but I don't know what that means. It's crazy that I missed Thai. Do you mean to say this or do you mean to say Thai? Because I don't know what you mean by Thai, bro. Philip Roberts. Oh, that's okay. That makes a big difference. I was like, Thai food, Thai people. You missed this. What's good? Damn, I am fucking old. How old are you, young Kobe? Golly, I did not know that. I got gloves on, so my typing trash. Okay, okay. What kind of gloves? Like boxing gloves? Because I imagine it's too warm to be wearing real gloves. Unless you're gardening at this time. Do you garden, Phil?
How long has it been live stream?
It's been 160 minutes.
Oh, Jim, you missed.
Damn, I didn't know that. I feel old. Thank you, because now I don't feel alone.
You knocked the mic over again?
I didn't.
Look
Wow,
at it.
Philip, you be gardening? I'm
Look at
proud
it.
of you. That's,
Yeah, he a crazy gardener.
I didn't know you were a crazy gardener. Where do you be gardening?
Young Kobe. Have you heard of the dating app Chispa? Yeah.
You're old. That's old news.
Oh, my
How
bad.
long have you done jiu-jitsu?
You.
Oh, sorry. I saw sound checks. I didn't know what that meant.
Because you knocked the mic over.
But I told them to tell me, and nobody said anything, so I just assumed it was
I
right.
couldn't hear you.
I've been talking for hella long. Sounds got a little low. It got low when you sat down.
We about to get off anyway. We could do like 5 more minutes.
I started jiu-jitsu in 2021, so a little over 2 years.
What's the sound like now? Somebody tell us. I'll move it again. I actually don't know how to like talk without knocking the mic over. So
Yeah, I be moving a lot, so I just be hitting shit. Can't sit still.
Phil said it's crazy. I missed that. What did he miss?
I don't know what he missed, to be honest.
Damn, he said still low.
What about now? What about now? Might be a bad connection.
It's not a bad connection. Just knocked the mic over. When it's knocked over, wait. All right, tell me what the mic sounds like right now, and if it sounds bad still, then y'all just gotta deal with it. We got like 5 minutes left, anyways. Maximum. See why I don't let her get on? She knocks the mic over.
Get a better mic, bro.
It doesn't matter what mic it is if you knock it over. The cord is connected to it. Trying my best to lip read. Is that bad?
That is bad. What sounds like we're down the hallway. Oof.
I'm about to end this shit. What about now? Trying my best to lip read is funny as fuck though.
That makes sense because I was like, okay, nobody's talking when I was
Cause you
talking.
knocked the mic over. See, now you know how hard it is to be.
He
a
said
YouTuber.
nada.
Damn.
This is where we shout.
Nah.
Maybe it's the universe telling us.
I was about to say for today.
It was a good stream.
He's like, y'all need to get the fuck off. Well, don't worry. Next time, it will just be me not knocking the mic over. So you don't have to worry about her coming and knocking it over. So
He has a point.
All right, y'all. It was a good one.
Besos.
Yeah, that was a decent amount of time. So I'll see y'all tomorrow at about 6 o'clock. If you can't read lips, then that sucks. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Peace.